Hello, chat. It's Aloha Friday. Today is a very special day. It's actually not that special of a day. However, next week is Thanksgiving, which, as you know, is one of my favorite holidays. You can probably tell by my fatness that I like to eat stuff. Although this year, now that I'm on this whole DONT system, the 4-step system for losing weight, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat very much this year, but who cares? We got Kerbals. Let's go. Who wants to see Kerbals? Raise your hands. See, 1, 2. There's 2 of you. Okay. All right, well, the rest of you are gonna have to sit through Kerbals or go somewhere else tonight. I don't know what to tell you. Tonight we have a bunch of Kerbals stuck in orbit we need to rescue. We lost Valentina. Hey, a different Dan. I see a beautiful, beautiful owl foot there. Looking good. So I think we got 6 contracts. Yeah, Mun, Minmis. Oh, okay. Cat's here. Hello. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to chat? Yep. That's that's the monitor. Fortunately, we're paused in here, so I don't have to worry about the speedrun ticking down. For those of you who don't know, this is Cat. Yep. Hey, come on. Be cool. He's a cat. He's named after what he is. He's named after the cat from the Breakfast at Tiffany's. A terrible movie from the 1960s, I think. It's a classic comedy, which just means it's not very funny. I guess comedies didn't have to be funny back in those days. All right, well, he's, I guess, gonna lay down on my desk now. So let's try to work around him. Step 1. Who's our first upcoming fellow we can rescue here? We are at the Space Center. All right, so this one is passed. And they're gonna wait on Johnry. There's also, oh, jeez. Okay, that one's a little bit farther out than I was expecting. We'll grab them last, I think, because that's gonna be a bit of a trek. Take your pick. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit here. Just gonna kill a couple of minutes. Who are we grabbing last? We're gonna grab Lucen out here, who is way the heck out there. I probably should have checked what kind of orbit they were in before I accepted that mission. But we can just go ahead and grab the closer ones first, and hopefully we get another pilot or a scientist or something that's going to benefit us in some way, since we lost one pilot. Fortunately, we lost just an engineer. Okay, the rescuer Mark 1. So we had some issues with the design of this thing on Wednesday regarding the re-entry. Yeah, I don't know what that Lucen is doing out there. But other than that, the craft is theoretically structurally capable of re-entry without exploding. Maybe some drogue chutes are in order here. Let's try the drogue chutes. A couple of these will help out, I think. And keep the batteries for all the maneuvers. And we'll throw the drogues first. Nah, we'll just pop everything all at once. Why not? Oh boy. All right, reset. There we go. We do the drogues first, then the parachute, and then last case, like worst case scenario, if we can't save the engine, we drop the engine. I think with the weight of the engine plus tank, it was just going too fast. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of mixed signals on Wednesday. I think part of it was user error. I didn't trigger the parachute early enough. Part of it may have been the aerodynamicness of the engine. We weren't getting enough drag to slow down fast enough. Part of it was my descent profile was too steep. Could be anything, but this time we're going to be a little more careful with the drogue chutes. All right, here we go. Let's go rescue Jondon. All right, so I got my trusty co-pilot right here. I don't know if you can see him. I don't want to mess with the camera because it's like a pain in the ass to fix, but just trust me. Okay, you can't be on the keyboard for sure. It's like stretching out all over the desk. Oh boy. Okay. Unfortunately, this is just Jebediah. It would suck if they somehow snuck Bill or Bob in there at the last second. Go ahead and keep an eye on thrust to weight. Keep an eye on the speed. A lot of things we got to keep track of on these ascents. See me looking around. I'm checking chat. I'm checking thrust to weight. I'm checking speed. We're going a little bit too fast here. Tilting over. We got to keep tilting, of course. I've been playing Oxygen Not Included all day, so if I seem a little out of it, that's why. You guys are probably like, but Starshard, you're supposed to be streaming Oxygen Not Included. Yeah, well, I don't think that game streams very well, honestly. Like, unless there's, I don't know, maybe if you're like more entertaining than I am, it streams really well. But I feel like I go so slow, and sometimes I'll just let it stay on pause for like 5 minutes while I try to work out some kind of automation setup or whatever. All right, yeah, we're going clearly too fast. Those are gonna explode. Yeah, there they go. As expected. You assume Cat looks like this? Yeah, it's about right. Pretty close. Usually when he comes up here, I give him like tummy rubs, but since I can give him one right now since I don't need the mouse. But right now I'm a little preoccupied, obviously. Probably confused as to who I'm talking to because nobody's here. All right, let's cut that off. We're gonna set target. Johnry, not Journey. He is helping. Dan, he's we call him the supervisor of the house. So anytime we're doing something and he's just like sitting there watching, we're like, oh, he's supervising, he's helping. Just making sure we're doing it right. Even if it's not something related to him, like, you know, cleaning his litter box or feeding him or making sure we pick out the right cat can to give him for that particular meal. He has like a set order he likes because cats are weird like that. Oxygen Not Included has a lot of downtime. I liked Northern Lions playthrough back in the day, but it's a lot of riffing and faux panicking while he waits for things to get done. Hey, there's nothing faux about the panicking in that game. There have been some pretty ridiculous situations that I've gotten myself into. Like linking up a polluted water line to the clean water line and then dumping a bunch of polluted water into my clean water reservoir, despite the fact that I had just changed it so that line was designed to accept clean water, and I'm just like, oh, I'll just hook it back up to that same line because it's getting backed up. Oops. Then I see it dripping into the reservoir, and I'm like, oh god. It was like completely stupid. It could have been easily avoided. All right, let's push that separation as close as possible here. We're down to, you can see it, we're under 5 kilometers now. 3, okay, yeah. Okay, now it's starting to go back up. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it there. Boop, 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 boop. So Dan, how's it been going? I haven't really had a chance to stop into like Fred streams recently. Been working really hard. Although I have seen, like, I get the announcements and I'm like, oh, Fred he didn't get shot at. He heard gunshots or something like that. Which I guess could be scary, depending on where you live. Like around here, we hear stuff go off. I'm like, was that a gunshot or was that like a firework? Could be either. I mean, I hope it's not gunshots. I live in like a pretty urban-esque area. It's like a small town, large town maybe, depending on your definition. Now, when I was in Afghanistan, of course, there was a lot of shooting. Sometimes at me, sometimes just around. Usually time zones get in the way. Yeah, man, that freaking time zones. Like one of the streamers that I watch the most is, he streams his evening. So he's in the UK. He streams his evenings, which is my morning. So I'm able to watch it like first thing when I get to work. And then he usually stops around lunchtime for me, which is super nice because it gives me something to watch while I'm at work. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. We're gonna swing around this way. We do have to watch our periapsis here because I want to drop this thing before we go full orbital. Cat, your paw is blocking. I need to see that. Thanks, buddy. He's trying his best. He doesn't know what's going on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that here. And finish off that. And we're gonna get our, there we go, perfect. So now all we need to do is point towards the target, which should be around here somewhere. There it is. Go ahead and point at that. Also, I got to work from home today, which was super nice. It's like, if the pandemic has done anything positive for anybody, the proliferation of the option to work from home has been extremely awesome for me. Like, it sucks. People like got sick and died and all that, but boy, sure was a wake-up call to employers that, I mean, you just work on a computer all day. Why can't you just be at home? Yeah, why can't I just be at home? So that was my day. Just a bunch of oxygen not included and trying to... What am I working on right now? We can talk about that while we sit here just drifting. I finally got my electrolyzer set up. So my current goal is built around making sure that is sustaining itself. Okay, you getting down? There he goes. He's hopping down now. The video for later has been screened. Thank you, Emmykins. I hope it is both funny and not a violation of Twitch TOS. Oh, actually, I hope it's not funny because I don't want to eat another one of these beans. They're so gross. I know for sure there's at least one more barf bean in there. I do not want to eat it. It is, oh, so bad. So bad. Okay. So in 1.5 minutes about, we'll be really close to our target. Go ahead and swing around here. Let's find out what kind of bean it is. All right, Urban has finally saved up enough points. Let's do this. So I have here in my hands a canister. I'm going to call it a canister because it's like tear gas of Jelly Belly Bean Boozled beans. And we're going to find out what kind of bean I get stuck with today. Or at least for the first one that I have to eat. There we go. Okay, this is either stink bug or toasted marshmallow, I think. It's like, it's kind of brownish with a browner flecks. Ooh. Oh, it's stink bug. Oh, God. It's got like a weird... Was that stink bug? I don't... Maybe that was toasted marshmallow. Like... It's not terrible. But when I first bit into it, it had like a weird... Ugh. Well, whatever it was. I think I'm just done with jelly beans in general. Yeah, I think I've gotten all bad ones. So if that one was the stink bug, whether it was the stink bug or the toasted marshmallow, it wasn't very good. Ugh. Well, good warm up for later. So for those of you who don't know, at about the halfway point of each stream, I've been watching funny videos submitted by viewers, and if I laugh during the video, I have to eat one bean. I have stole this from like every other streamer who's done it. It's not original, I am aware. It's got like a weird aftertaste. So in about 1 hour and 15 minutes, if you're still around, you can watch me attempt to enjoy another one of those beans. Maybe. All right, we should probably have visual confirmation here. Oh, okay, that was a little bit too fast. But we are within range now. Go ahead and change our trajectory just a bit. All right, good, good, good. I got peach instead of barf once. Wait, did I? I don't remember. I feel like I've only had barf the whole time. Because every time I see one of those beans, I like gag. Ugh. I'm starting to think that jelly beans just don't taste very good based on the fact that the strawberry banana one wasn't that bad. Yeah, I've only gotten barf because it's funnier. It's funny when he eats the nasty bean. If he just eats a regular jelly bean, that's not funny. Anybody can eat a regular jelly bean. It takes a true entertainer to eat a nasty bean live on the air. Oh. I'm realizing now that I'm running low on water, so we may have to take a water break at some point in the future. A little sippy break. For those of you who know about the sippy break. All right, let's go ahead and continue adjusting here. How far out are we? I mean, he's saying 5 minutes. We can easily do better than that. Just point and shoot. Scooch it over. There we go. Oh. Now we do have to remember, since this isn't a station, it's not quite as big of a deal, but we want to slow down when we get closer so we don't blow something up. God, Dan's got the sippy. T-owl sippy. Maybe it wasn't the barf peach one. Yeah, I did get a good one I think Urban mentioned or Rillet mentioned I got wait a minute, strawberry banana smoothie instead of dead fish. That was the one. The dead fish one is also gross. It's the barf one is like way above everything else, but some of them are just gross, like ridiculously gross, and then some of them are like whatever. All right, almost there. Here comes the watermobile. There we go. Little producer cameo. Once we're within like 50 meters, we'll be able to hop out, do a little spacewalk. And hopefully this is either a scientist or a pilot. We do not need engineers. Probably ever in this playthrough, because we're not going to be doing a lot of mining. Or are we? Guess we'll find out. The main issue with mining in hard mode is that the deposits are so like small that it'll take a long time. And since this is us, this damn engineer. All right, Johnry, you're lucky we need the cash. Otherwise you'd be stuck up here. All right, get in the damn pod. So that's 2 engineers out of 2 rescue missions. So we're definitely due for a pilot or a scientist at some point. Okay, back to the planet. Mining takes forever on the times. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to spend a lot of time mining. So we're just gonna do like rapid fire missions. To the Mun, hit every biome. To Minmus, hit every biome. Maybe drop off. Like maybe send a mobile lab at some point. Like sooner rather than later, of course, because the goal is to beat the game in under 1 Kerbal year, which I think is 400 and something days. All right, let's slow it on down there. Perfect. So how much do we weigh? Yeah, we got Johnry, he's part of the crew. We're at 3.1. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some re-entry here. So once we're back, we're going to send up another one to pick up the other Kerbal, and then we'll think about if we want to send a mission to go pick up the one that's way out there. Because that's basically a trip to the Mun, and that's going to be a lot of Delta V. And since unfortunately we don't know whether it's a scientist, a pilot, or an engineer, it almost makes me not want to do it at all. But I already took the mission, so I have to at some point. Speaking of which, or I guess speaking of Kerbal Space Program in general, I'm not great at segues, chat. I was reading today that apparently this type of career mode is going to be not in KSP 2, and it's going to be focused on acquiring resources and establishing colonies, which I think is pretty cool. Because honestly, like managing money and science and stuff, I think there's still going to be science, but managing just like generic funds is kind of boring. So maybe whatever they're doing for KSP2 will be better. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually. Now we're gonna drop the drogue chutes now. And I think, what was it that Rilip said? If you burn down, like radial out, right? Because I can deselect target. Although it probably doesn't matter at this point. Let's just roll with it. So last I checked today, Twitter is still functioning. I'm sure everybody is aware of the Twitter situation, whatever you want to call it. I guess if it stops working, just like make sure your alerts are set up in Twitch. I don't know. I don't know if anybody actually follows me on Twitter, if that's like their primary method of determining I've gone live. I don't usually say anything. So don't feel like you're missing out if Twitter goes down. As a DevOps engineer, whoo boy howdy, it sure does make me nervous. Ah, come on, what's the worst that could happen? It's still working. Those people must have been redundant. I know nothing about IT stuff, so I'll let the experts weigh in. All I know is if at my company they fired the entire accounting department, of which I am a part of, they would have some major problems. Like, not right away, but pretty quick. Also, if they offered me 3-month severance, or that I was going to have to work like 80-hour work weeks, I would probably take the severance. But hey, I'm lazy, so what do I know? I hope we don't land on the mountains. Can we please not land on the mountains? If we're coming down over the mountains, I'm going to have to drop the engine. Twitter kind of sucks for go live. Everyone sees your tweets like 3 hours. It's true. That's okay. Some people do. Some people have their alert set up so they see it on their phone immediately when someone they're following tweets. I do not. I check Twitter like once a day, and then I'm like, oh, look, this person tweeted 6 hours ago. How interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly only got Twitter because I was gonna stream. And people are like, well, you gotta have a Twitter. You gotta have a Twitter and an Instagram and a TikTok and a YouTube channel and a blah, blah, blah and a da-da-da. You can fire a lot of people before it's a crisis, says Rilip. But they've gone from like 8,000 to 300 people. He's banking on it staying up long enough to write a complete startup replacement. Yeah, what does that even mean? Also, why can't someone just make an identical Twitter and everybody just goes to that? I can't imagine it's that hard. It's just it's like texting. Again, not an IT person. Maybe it's extremely difficult to set up. But it's not like Twitter's... The only reason Twitter is the biggest is because it was like the first. Didn't Trump try that? Yeah, there's Truth Social. I've heard of Mastodon. There's Parler, which I don't... Is Parler Twitter or is that a Discord replacement? And then there's a bunch of like... What do they call them? They're like privacy apps that are just places where all the white supremacists hang out. It's like, oh, I'm sure you really care about your privacy there. All right, is this gonna be another like critical failure? Maybe not. We're still pretty high up and we're slowing down quite a bit. Parler's the right-wing dating app. I thought that was... What was... There were a bunch of those. Wasn't there like a crypto bro dating app that had no women on it? It's like if you have a... It was like Bored Ape... Lonely Ape Dating Club? Or something like that? Mastodon is the one I've seen people suggest as an alternative. Or Tumblr? What the heck? Is Tumblr... I don't know, I have a buddy that's been using Tumblr since forever. He was super excited when they got rid of porn. I don't know. I use Reddit because I'm a loser. Right, our batteries are gonna blow off, huh? Let's hit the engines here. Maybe we can slow down enough to prevent too much cheating. Now that we're getting closer and closer to the surface. There we go, that worked. Just let the engine fire here. So yeah, Lonely Ape Dating Club was the one I heard of. It's like if you have a Bored Ape, you can sign up or whatever and meet other like-minded individuals. Finally, people are going to take my Tumblr page seriously. All the what's the slash fiction people write? All my Captain Kirk Sherlock Holmes slash fiction. It was worth all the effort I put into writing it. People are finally gonna see it. Imagine wanting to meet someone who bought a Bored Ape. Well, presumably if you yourself have a Bored Ape, you would want to meet other people because, I don't know. Wow, you guys own an NFT. That's so cool. You guys know my thoughts on NFTs and that kind of stuff. Or maybe you don't. I don't consider myself to be again, I'm not an IT person. I don't know about the infrastructure of how this stuff works. But as a finance person, I know a risky investment when I see one, and something that basically is nothing is not worth anything. If you already own a Bored Ape, other Bored Ape owners are your natural enemies since you need new rubes to buy into your pyramid scheme. Right. You should be on the prowl for like a hot lady who wants to buy your NFT. Again, though, there were no women on the dating app. Okay, hang on. I swear I saw this picture. It was like singles for Trump or something. Former Trump aide seeks no, that's not it. Want to date a Trump supporter? There's an app for that. What is it called? It is called... Just tell me what the... Oh, there's numerous dating apps. Writer dating, Patrio, conservative dating. I don't know if these are even still around. Yeah, if they could just give me the name of it, that would be cool. All right, whatever. This seems much more safe. Oh, the entry, yeah, with the drogues. I think also just the descent profile was less steep. I saved my fuel for like a burn at towards the end. Yeah, just overall a better re-entry. Don't know why it had to be such a problem before. Did anything else happen today? I guess the World Cup started. That people are either excited or upset by that. The only thing I know about the World Cup is that when I was in Afghanistan, the World Cup was going on, and every time I went to the DFAC, the chow hall, the cafeteria, whatever you want to call it, it was on, and you could just hear the those horns, the vuvuzelas, just going constantly. And flop. All right, great belly flop there, guys. Great form, great form. Really impressive. Let's get a crew report and recover. The only thing Rilip knows about the World Cup is it's Urban Venture's fault we get yelled at for not calling it football. Listen, here's how this works, because I know there's a lot of like non-Americans out there who call it football. Soccer, as we call it, is a shortening of association football. So we go association football soccer, as opposed to association football, which you would call football or footy or whatever. So it all comes from the same root word, association football. We just went with the first word instead of the second word. Plus we have American football, which is more popular. We have a ton of rescue missions here. Let's just keep taking them. All right, who's up next? We've got Genre, who we already got. We can go ahead and drop that one. Next up, we have Helling. Okay, let's let him get into position here. We'll go pick him up. Urban says, I don't mind when you call it just as long as you know it's coming home. What is that? Like, is England even in the World Cup this year? You don't know what that means? Yeah, nobody knows what it means. Thing about doing rescue missions, you do one, they want you to do them all. I don't mind doing them all because I need more crew members. But yeah, I know what you mean. So we're up to 12. And if you do rescue missions, you can just keep getting more and more anyway. Doesn't really matter. Yep, Bill, get out of here. You don't get to go on missions anymore. We're football heathens. I also heard they're not serving beer at the World Cup stadiums, or at least not to like the plebeians, which I'm sure will upset all the extremely rich people who bought tickets but aren't in like the VIP boxes or whatever. All right, let's set our target. Prep for launch. Set everything up. And go. You have to expect them to lose, then be surprised if they make it out of the group stage to be a true England fan. Oh, it's like being a fan of one of several American football teams. Like, for example, the Vikings. Who... I don't watch football. I don't watch any sports. But I do know, because I have to hear it from my coworkers, about how awful the Minnesota Vikings are, like, constantly. Because they're so bad, I guess. I don't know. It's even worse because the team next door, the Green Bay Packers from Wisconsin, are, like, pretty decent. Not this year, but, like, in previous years, they've been pretty decent, from what I understand about how football works. So there's a rivalry between the two states. They're just kind of mid. They're worse teams. Name one better team. Name one. Okay, like the Detroit Lions, I guess. Sure. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the way this thing controls here. We might have to put fins on the bottom. There we go. All right. Yeah. We got out of those damn SRBs. Let's actually try to get into orbit here. Okay. I think we're good now. Check the map. And we're good. Let's just burn prograde, I guess. And then cut it off. Cool. That was the first one I was thinking, but the Miami Dolphins went 115 a few seasons ago. Weren't the Dolphins really good like 30 years ago or 40 years ago? I guess it doesn't matter. Like the players are, each team is like the ship of Theseus, right? It's like new players come in, old players leave. Eventually the whole lineup is different because people get older and retire, or they switch to a different team, or the whole entire team picks up and moves to another state. The Dan Marino, hey, wasn't that the guy from Ace Ventura Pet Detective? He kicked the ball the wrong way, something like that. All I know was that movie took place in Miami, or like Florida in general, and also it's extremely problematic to like modern times. The Lions have the distinction of having been lousy basically forever. Okay, well, you guys might be able to hear Cat crying. I don't know what's going on, but I guess he has decided to make his presence known to everyone in the house. Let's go ahead and get a nice intercept here. I wish we had a slightly larger capsule. Hey, buddy, what's going on? You feeling all right? He's fine. He likes to whine for no reason. You can tell me the Vikings don't suck when they get to the Super Bowl and win. Well, listen, there's like 30 something teams and only one team can win the Super Bowl every year. So I think the Vikings won at least once, maybe. You put the pillow. He doesn't have the pillow right now. He's chilling in the living room with me. How's our periapsis looking? Not terrible. Let's just go ahead and achieve orbit here real quick, and then we'll worry about getting our intercept set up. That's probably enough of that. Let's cruise up to apoapsis before we do anything else. Whee! Vikings have gotten to the bowl 4 times and lost every time. Well, that's sad. But it's like WrestleMania. Somebody's got to lose. You got to have the other guy show up, and then you wail on him for a bit, and then you lose, and the other guy looks great. Like, sometimes you're the Undertaker, sometimes you're, I don't know, Mick Foley. All right, let's go ahead and detach and achieve orbit real quick. A little bit more. Just a smidge. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that is a nice intercept coming up. We just have to make sure when it happens, we have achieved orbit, which I guess is not gonna work here because screw me, right? All right, sure. Okay, all right, game. I know when I've been beat. Let's switch over to this one. Think we'll have better luck with that. Yeah, we will. Look at that. Beautiful. No, we didn't get Helling, but we did get Ellen. So we'll go ahead and grab Ellen Kerman. Going awfully fast for that one. Yeah, well, listen. We're in kind of a rush here. Trying to get these done. Also, we haven't unlocked the ascending node. We want to go down. We want to go anti-normal. Nope, that was correct. Anti-normal is the one with the little spokes poking out. Fix that. Get on the right plane. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. Okay, close enough. Now we're gonna do this. Switch to target. Adjust my heading. And prepare for a nice, easy intersect. Quick rendezvous. Not the fun kind, like from the 80s. Just the regular kind, like from the 90s. Perfect. All right. Now we just wait till we're a little bit closer. Do a little time work at action. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? It is, for those of us in America, it is the pre-Thanksgiving weekend, which is not actually anything. It just is what it is. It's not like a special time, at least not that I know of. There's Black Friday, there's Cyber Monday, there's like local business Tuesday or whatever. I don't think the weekend before Thanksgiving is anything though. Stay inside, don't freeze, don't starve. You're gonna play some Don't Starve, excellent. What a weird game that people like a lot more than I do for some reason. Is it supposed to snow a bunch? I feel like we've gotten like enough snow for it to be snow, but not enough for it to be a problem. We've gotten like maybe 2 inches total. I haven't looked outside though, so it could be worse. or better, depending on your perspective. Let's slow it on down. You're gonna get another foot plus. Oh, lucky. We never get snow around here. Everybody's like, oh, Minnesota, it's like right next to Santa Claus. Another engineer? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I don't need another engineer. I need another pilot. Okay, whatever. Well, fourth time's the charm, I guess. Nothing but engineers. All right, take us home. All right, good enough. We got 4,400, plus we got Ellen, who is useless. Don't need any engineers. I guess that is what the game has decreed we will receive. Endless engineers. Let's go ahead and go retrograde for re-entry. Oops, all engineers. The most useless class in the game unless you're mining. Or need to build in space for whatever reason. They're like the edge case class. Scientists are always good. Pilots are always good unless you're like a full probe core Andy. In my case, since I don't usually use probe cores if I can avoid it, because it requires setting up like a comm network. Pilots are good, especially when I'm going fast. All right, now we just play the waiting game.
No, the waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
You said it, Homer. So anyway, Thanksgiving is looking to be another awesome Thanksgiving. Hopefully this year, and I've told this story before, but 1 year, my mother-in-law does the Thanksgiving turkey. And she had made a whole turkey. I don't remember how big it was. Doesn't really matter. And after the Thanksgiving day, I'm like, hey, let me take home some of the dark meat. Turns out she threw all the dark meat away and only kept the white meat. Because, yeah, Rilip knows. And I'm like, but why? That's the best meat. Yes, it is the way too aerodynamic to slow down. We added drogue chutes and we had no issues on the previous mission, so hopefully this one is more of the same. So where's the dessert launch site? Maybe we can go ahead and snag that at some point. It is to the south. Yeah, we're not gonna get that one. That would be disowning action from her. I know. She doesn't do it anymore because she knows that I like dark meat. So I'm hoping I'll get plenty of dark meat all to myself, because apparently I'm the only one who likes it. Don't know why. I think it's just like more flavorful. For years I thought I only liked white meat because that's all that my family ever had. And by like, I mean tolerated. And at some point I was just like, I don't really like turkey or chicken. And then I found out that there are other kinds of meat from the birds and you can eat them and they have more taste. And then I tried it. I'm like, why does anybody eat chicken breast when you could eat the dang chicken thigh? Satari's the only one that likes turkey legs. It's just good. It's good meat. Turkey, white meat is always so dang dry. I don't know if it's like the cooking process or that's just how it is. But it's like you eat it and my mouth just instantly dries out. It's like eating sawdust or something. Or not as bad as the cinnamon challenge, obviously, which I did try once. Bit of both? All right, well, there you go. Because it gets dry because it's on the outside of the bird. Oh, yeah, I know nothing about cooking. Aside from I'm not allowed to do it anymore after I almost burned down the house and got food poisoning from the same dish I was cooking. Oh my gosh. Mutz03 Zocht is raiding. Welcome. Let's see what they were up to. Hopefully I don't explode here in a second. But welcome in. We're just doing a little re-entry. Kind of embarrassing raiding with just one person. Nah, it's fine. I'm small enough. It doesn't even matter. That just lets me know you're here. I got food poisoning from burnt food. Okay. All right, let me explain the story. I was really hungry and we had frozen hamburgers. And I'm like, oh, I'll just make a hamburger. And I'm like, well, it's frozen, so it'll take longer to cook. What if I turn it up really high? Then it'll cook faster. So I do that. It starts to smoke a whole lot, sets off the smoke detector. It, like, the whole pan gets really hot. I have to take it off. And then I go to eat it and it's like frozen on the inside. And then I got food poisoning later, which presumably was from that. It's 1:50 a.m. and I am tired. Well, go to sleep or stay up. You know, whichever. It's Friday night. I know I like to stay up late on Friday night, but then I pay for it the rest of the weekend. You're only allowed to make PB&Js from now on. Yeah, no, basically that's what it is. It's like I can have cheese and crackers or peanut butter and jelly, and everything else is left to Emmykins or Cat, who does not make his own food, but he is in charge of making sure I don't. And I have cooked stuff in the past and not gotten food poisoning. I don't know if maybe there's a little, like, what is that term where you like are deliberately bad at something so no one asks you to do it anymore? There might be a little bit of that going on with me. Also, I'm just impatient, so I want things to cook as fast as possible. Which is how we ended up with the super hot. Also, I read online, so here, this is me trying to follow a recipe too. It's like, okay, so you want to turn up the pan, you want it to be so hot that when you put the oil in, it like starts frying right away or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so I got to get it really hot then. But then every time I do that, it's like, now I'm just burning stuff. So I don't know if maybe I'm following it incorrectly. Your 3000 watt space heater, aka my new Sunfire server, doesn't work like I want him to. What are you trying to do there? We have a lot of IT folks in here who may be able to assist you, although you probably are not looking for assistance. Oil burns really quickly as well. It's tricky. Yeah, see, it's like, I just don't want to bother. Just throw it. I can bake stuff. Well, like I can cook like a TV dinner, I guess. Yeah, it's been a long time since I actually had to cook food for myself. That could be bad. I probably should at least know how to cook like some basic stuff. But at the same time, it's funnier if I'm like incompetent. Ground meat is very bad for food poisoning if you don't cook it all the way through. Yeah, well, now I know. So thanks, Philip. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. Or maybe not. Emmykins can confirm. 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. We've been living in this house for so long, everything just kind of blends together. This is the longest I've lived in one place. And we're good. No problems. Let's check our surface. Yeah, we'll probably have to burn a little bit of fuel as we get closer. But other than that, it looks fine. Starshard is that guy on Reddit who starves when his wife leaves town, except he has, oh, from the Am I the Asshole post? Am I the asshole because I made my husband starve? It's like, no, dude. We have enough, like, already prepared food in the house or whatever, like, quick eat food, crackers and stuff. I could survive if Emmykins went out of town for a week. I'm sure I would be just fine. Also, I have a large store of fat saved up for the winter, so I should be good. You know what I've noticed lacking in our Am I the Asshole posts recently? There's been a lack of disrespect, and I think that is unfortunate. I want to see more disrespect. Where's Dr. Disrespect when you need him? He could help out. You're ready for the entire zombie apocalypse? Well, according to the zombie survival guide that I read when I was 14, 13, because of how like decay works in dead tissue, you should only have to survive for like a couple of months. Then you'd be fine. All right, bring us home. Let's get some moolah. Wait, 6 years probably? You want to set up Solaris, but that stupid thing refuses to boot from my CD drive. It says the disk is not bootable. I made the thing on my own. I know that the Solaris 11 disk is readable. Rilip, can you weigh in on this? Patari says it depends on the type of zombie. Yeah, that's true. If you've got like magic zombies, like from a necromancer or something, all bets are off. Or the more ragey zombies from like 28 Days Later, where they're not really zombies, they're just really berserk people who act like zombies, but also can run and stuff. Yeah, we don't have science for anything. Rilip hasn't seen a Solaris station in 15 years. I see, I don't even know what that means. So you're already way ahead of me. So we got Ellen, right? I think we did. Hold on, let's double check. The fungus, yeah, the like cordyceps fungus zombies. Also an option. Yeah, we got Ellen. All right, let's drop the tracking then. So we are looking for, we're not going for Lucen, either Helling or Moly. I think it looks like Moly's up next. Let's let him loop around. Like ancient hardware, huh? I kind of wish I still had my Windows XP computer. That thing got me through some pretty tough times. Then I had 7, which was also pretty good, and now I have 10, and I am not looking forward to having to upgrade to 11. I've heard nothing but horror stories. My brother-in-law is actually having me build him a PC, and I'm concerned he's gonna get stuck with Windows 11. Because he wants a gaming PC like I have. All right, Jebediah, let's go. You're going back out for another one. Rilip says, I assume I'll wait for Windows 12. If there is a Windows 12. I thought they said 10 was going to be the last one and they would just upgrade it like in perpetuity. I guess that they realize they're not going to make as much money that way, huh? Like, just make an operating system that works, man. We're not asking for a lot. I don't want a dang like app store on my computer. I just want it to run programs like a computer. Oh, it's frustrating. Yeah, see, Dan remembers too. I'm not making this up. But like 10 is the last one and we're just gonna update it forever. And then like, well, you know, let's do Windows 11 and then we'll do 12 and then we'll do 20 and then 98. Like, who knows? We'll do Windows 3.5 again. Windows 3.52. Okay, we're going a little bit too fast here, I think. Oh, I can't hold it. It's too much power. Need more gimbaling. Give me the gimbal. Speaking of gimbal, okay, so this is how my mind works. I said gimbal, which made me think of Kimmy Gibbler from Full House, and then that reminded me that apparently Candace Cameron, who played DJ, got canceled on Twitter or something for saying she won't do Hallmark movies anymore because they're too woke. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure Hallmark movies are too woke. Really? Come on now. Ridiculous. I mean, she is related to Kirk Cameron, who is like insane, so makes sense. Hallmark, yeah, Hallmark movies. Okay, maybe for non-Americans, I might have to explain that one. So the Hallmark channel is a channel run by the greeting card company, I assume. And they make really sappy, schmaltzy, like dumb movies for, I'm assuming, middle-aged wine moms or like religious people. And they're all, it's like, oh, divorced woman goes back to small town and rekindles romance with her high school boyfriend or something. They're just really bad. This is, my wife and I call that rambling thought pattern a cat frog. I was just gonna call it my like train of thought. It's like, you know, we go here, then we go there, and then we end up someplace else. Cat frog is certainly interesting though. Gave me an idea for a cartoon. Let me hit up Nickelodeon. Oh, you know what they are. Okay, you're just surprised. Yeah, she, Emmykins can probably say more because she follows that stuff. But, yeah. Spent 3 hours fighting Windows 11, trying to get it working the way I wanted. Lasted half a day, then it did an update. Yep, that sounds like every complaint I've heard about it. Go ahead and set our targets. Or, decoms for wine moms. That's a great, well, people got, then they have to know what a decom is though, which maybe nobody knows. She had a cat that chased a frog into an electric fence, so talking about cats brought up horses and we were all, what? I mean, yeah, that's like a great way to describe it. Maybe it's like, you think of something completely unrelated that maybe sounds like something. Because a gimbal is only tangentially related to Kimmy Gibbler. Like, because it sounds sort of similar. Hey, Titus here. Oh my gosh, there's a horse. Found a horse head in my chat. The mob wants me dead. I knew it. Well, this might be my last stream, guys. You missed the story about how I'm not allowed to cook anymore. Although maybe you've heard it already, because I do tell it a lot. Random fact, most of the animal words that end in G, we don't know the etymology for. Oh, frog. Dog, pig, stag, all mysteries. I mean, presumably somebody just made it up. I think I'll call this one a cow. I think I'll call this one a frog. That's, that was an episode of Gerbert. Hold on. This is just Gerbert again. You guys remember Gerbert? From Google. Old English droka. Oh, dokka. Oh, dog. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce letters in Old English because I went to New English class, not Old English. Which is how I learned to speak so good. So it is time now to circularize our orbit a bit. All the G ending words just kind of show up one day. More proof for the theory of Atlantis. I knew it. They were products of Paradox Space. Ah, Stellaris, my favorite 4X game. Maybe it's like an ancient Mandela effect. Some guy woke up one day and he's like, hey, what is your dog doing? And the guy looks at him and is like, what's a dog? He's like, you know, it's a dog. That's what we call them. Like, oh yeah, I guess that is what we call them. They were sent back in time to create themselves. Perhaps. Oh, like a bootstrap paradox. Isn't there... there's several games that have that as a plot point. I want to say my friend when I was in high school who basically turned me on to like PC gaming always talked about, I think, Time Splitters maybe, and how there's a scene where you like your character from the future throws you a key. Maybe it's not Time Splitters. If somebody knows what game this is, I guess let me know. Ah, crap. We're gonna have to maybe deal with this at a later date. Set as target. Go ahead and get that intersect. And then you have the key later to unlock, and then you throw it to your past self, but no one knows where the key came from. So most of the fun... Oh no, Homestuck. Oh boy. We're already getting into Homestuck, huh? Fun fact, I know nothing about Homestuck. I have never read it. I have never seen anyone read it. I watched one video about like the controversy of Homestuck, and I've forgotten everything except that there were trolls, I think. Fun fact. I love fun facts. Well, Clown Fiasco, I think we all do. I mean, that's what makes them fun. If you didn't like them, they'd just be boring old regular facts. Okay, time for intersect. Let's do this. Where's my debris? Show me the debris, please. I want to see how badly this gets messed up, because I didn't drop it low enough. It's just going to keep orbiting. Maybe we can switch over to it and ride it down. We're in a stable orbit. I guess that wouldn't hurt. Yeah, let's ride it down. Go for a little ride. Butterflies fly drunk. All right, so let me see if I can figure out how this works. So butterflies drink nectar. Is it because like something that happens in nature, or they just find some dude's open can of beer and they're like, well, this is my life now, and then they just fly around drunk all the time? Because I know there are like animals that eat fermented fruit and then they get drunk. Butterflies though, I don't know. Sugar nectar gets converted into ethanol, and flying drunk makes them harder to catch, so it's an evolutionary advantage. That is a fun fact. That's great. Contract complete. Oh, we already did that. My pilot on the flight probably also flew drunk. I don't know. We're working on that one. We'll workshop that bit. We can tie it in like, so hey, did you guys know that the butterflies fly drunk? Yeah, so did my pilot on my last flight. Boy, that was a crazy ride. There, something like that. We'll get it. That's gonna take a couple more tries on that one, I think. There's a video of a squirrel that was spinning around a tree drunk after eating fermented pumpkins. Ooh. Do fermented pumpkins, like, is the drink, can you make a drink from that? And if so, what is it called? Because like beer is grains and cider is fruit. White woman's bane? Okay. I'll have one pumpkin spice beer, please. Whee. So if you're wondering why I'm following this piece of debris instead of anything important, it's because I want to, in addition to this being a speedrun, I also want to follow my normal rules of KSP and keep debris to a minimum. Google says pumpkin wine is a thing. Okay, so we're calling it wine now. That's fine. Probably has more to do with what you used to ferment it. Yeah, do they like throw pumpkins in a big barrel and then stomp on them with their nasty feet? Wee. Woo. Wee. Whoa. Fun. Sugar. Oh, did I tell you guys about the time I tried to make root beer in my barracks room using a technique I learned in like 9th grade? So I got a big plastic bottle. It was like an old water bottle or something. I don't remember. And I put in water and sugar and yeast and the root beer flavoring. And then I sealed it up and let it ferment under my bed for like a week or two. And then when I opened it, it turned out I had made alcohol. Yeah, why buy root beer from the store when you can make it yourself for $100? It was not $100. But it also was not root beer. It was just like root beer flavored alcohol, which I guess is also kind of fun. It was safe to drink, I assume, because I'm still alive. And so are all my friends that drank it, I think. I don't think any of them are dead yet. They could be. I deleted Facebook, so I have no way to track any of them. Yeah, that's true. It's a very slow-acting poison. I'll be dead in the next 50 years, maybe. We can only hope. There we go. We're getting some re-entry heating there. Not so much heating, just the effects. The visual. It's like asbestos. Oh, no. Has you or a loved one been exposed to asbestos? If so, you may be entitled to compensation. I'll make one of those for my root beer experiment. It's difficult to make alcoholic food unsafe as long as you don't OD on it. Yeah, I didn't drink very much because it didn't taste very good. But it was kind of funny that I made it in the barracks. There was an alcohol ban in my country way back, and they had to stop because everyone cooked it at home and they got poisoned instead. That happened in America too. During Prohibition, people would make like bathtub gin and then go blind because they didn't know what they were doing. Or they would sell these big blocks of like grape powder and be like, okay, make sure you don't cook it this way because otherwise that will make alcohol, which is illegal. Wink, wink. They put the wink, wink on the packaging too. Yeah, I think like banning alcohol is stupid because people can just make it really easily. It's like the oldest drug. In America, the problem was mostly that the government intentionally poisoned alcohol so people wouldn't drink it, then people drank it. Yeah, that's also stupid. Listen, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. If they banned alcohol tomorrow, it honestly wouldn't affect me, although my wife might go crazy from lack of wine. But just don't ban things that are easy to make at home. Seems like a pretty straightforward idea. I don't know, then someone's gonna be like, well, what about meth? And I'll be like, I don't know, that's not super easy to make at home. Like, you need some kind of level of special equipment and you have to buy chemicals and stuff. Alcohol, you just grow some fruit in your garden, shove it in a barrel for 4 weeks, and then drink what comes out. And oh, tequila too for the margaritas. Yes. Emmykins makes a mean margarita, I know. I probably should have had one for Aloha Friday or something, like some kind of fruity drink. Instead, I'm just drinking water and eating beans. Speaking of beans, chat, 20 minutes to go until the halftime video that I know everybody is super looking forward to. I think the next one is also from Rilip. So we will, maybe I just watch one till I actually laugh. Although that could be between 1 and 0 videos, so. See how it goes. Ferment one of the beans. I am not gonna ferment the jelly bean. I don't even know if that would work because they're shelf stable. I think. Let's have an expiration date. Best before April 2nd, 2024. That's pretty long lasting. I like how they say best before. Like, they're never gonna be best. They're nasty beans. Rilif says, I gotta go back and watch the VOD and see the laugh and bean happen. Yeah, I don't think anybody clipped it, unfortunately. But it's around the halfway point, so it should be easy to find. The video honestly wasn't that funny until the kids like started shouting at each other, and then something just snapped in my brain and I just laughed. I didn't even think about the fact that this was a challenge. Just the kids like screaming at each other. Psychic break. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know what it was about those kids just saying ta 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 ta. But it did it for me. Do I watch Red Letter Media? Boy, you better believe it. Every video, even the really dumb ones. Emmy can send me a text whenever there's a new video when I'm at work so I can watch it right away. Ice King! Oh my god, he's coming. He's got all the emotes. Holy cow. Look at that. We got the... well, we have a lot of emotes. Let's just leave it at that. Did I see the part where Mike basically went insane laughing? Oh! The shitty Christmas movie. Which one was that? I know the one where they were watching a Black Spine, I think it was. And there was just an old woman listing everything that was wrong with her, and he just could not stop laughing because, I don't know, he hates the elderly or something. Red Letter Media is pretty much the only YouTuber I watch. Yes. I watch a lot more YouTube than Emmykins does. All right, let's switch back to our actual mission here. What? Yeah, which Christmas best of the worst would that have been? Where he just laughs at something. Also, the music stopped. Yes, I am still watching. Thank you. Let's restart this one. Okay, so intersect coming up is going to be 3.8 kilometers. I think we can do better than that. Go ahead and aim at the target. Just get online here and go. Beautiful. From best to the worst. Oh, the Christmas or Cats. That was like one of the first ones they did for Christmas. That's not true. That was like the first gimmick one they did. Because then they also did Christmas or Crocodile? Or they did a very canon Christmas. Christmas or Cat. Christmas or Crocodile. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Was it the female reindeer one? Yeah, it was like Mandy, the Santa's only female reindeer. Which is weird, because one of the reindeers is named Vixen, which you'd think would be a girl, but I guess they're all dudes. Also, okay, so I found this out recently. I was putting together a Smasher Pass for possibly an alien for Christmas, like a holiday Smasher Pass. And I was looking up the names of Santa's reindeer, and my entire life, I was 100% sure that one of Santa's reindeer was named Donner, as in like the Donner Party, but it's Donder with a D, which is like, what? Is this like a Berenstain Bears type thing? Like I've seen it this whole way my whole life, and then all of a sudden I look it up and it's actually completely different from what I thought. Ooh, Ice King got a new PC setup. Nice, nice. You're finally going to be able to stream some games besides Kerbal Space Program. It's Donner. Wait, no, it's definitely Donder. Hold on. Now I'm questioning myself. Santa's reindeer names. Wait a minute. Wikipedia has some conflicting information. Dunder and Blixen. In the 1860s version of the poem, written as a gift to a friend, they are named Donder and Blitzen. Boom, right there. Hold on, let's get the information out there to the world to see. Okay, wrong window. Let's get it. We're uncut. Dunder and Mifflin. Yeah, exactly. So hold on. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donder, and Blitzen. So unless somebody has like from the Dutch words thunder and lightning, Dunder and Bliksem. But yeah, Donder and Blitzen. Now everybody knows. We've gone down the Santa Claus reindeer rabbit hole. Now everybody... Wait, I didn't even show it. Hold on. God damn it. Okay, right there. Highlighted. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donder, Blitzen. With a D-O-N-D-E-R. I did not edit this page. This is just what it is. So there you go. If you want to find a separate source that backs up the Donner, then be my guest. But according to Wikipedia, which I realize is not the end-all be-all of sources, it says Donder. It's most likely one of those words where the extra D got dropped because kids had a harder time saying it. Also, it's not an American word, so, or an English word. So maybe it got translated at some point. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let's check Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because that should have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh, in the song, it's Donner and Blitzen. Hold on now. In Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Johnny Marks, it is Donner with 2 N's. Hold on now. We're getting a lot of conflicting information here. Well, mostly we're getting 2 conflicting reports. We're going to have to go to the judges on this one. I'm taking this case to court. Yeah, people are saying Donner. Everybody is, literally everything is saying Donner except for the one that says Donder. I will accept that Donder might have been the original, but I don't care. We took the German Donner and Blitzen over the Dutch Dunder and Blixen, and I'm fine with that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to update the Smasher Pass thing then, so now I know. Clearly there's no consensus, so everybody is wrong. We can't trust the experts on this one. They're biased. Let's rotate around. Just doing a little rendezvous maneuver here. It's all in the maneuver nodes, chat. I guess they're not maneuver nodes, they're just nodes on the nav ball. Put a star next to it. You can tell a cool story to. Oh, that's a good idea. Because she blew through the last Smasher Pass we did. I thought we were going to stretch that into like 3 or 4 hours. And she just like went right in. So yeah, we're going to have to put a little asterisk next to that one. Good call, Rilip. All right. Now we kind of wait. So Ice King, what are you gonna play besides your Kerbal Space Program save? Now that you got the new rig, can you finally play Stationeers? I guess you were already playing that. Maybe something a little more advanced. Maybe I was gonna say Advanced Wars, but that's apparently like never coming out now. Make her create a poll between each one to let chat vote instead of inserting your own questionable chat votes. There's not enough people that watch to do a poll, so I have to make them up. You play some Hearts of Iron? Oh heck yeah! I haven't played Hearts of Iron in a while. I played some EU4 recently and some Crusader Kings 3. But I've been, I don't know, Hearts of Iron is maybe a little too much for me to handle. Because I'm not super big into the combat in the Paradox games, I'm going to be honest. I know a lot of people are like super into the minutia and the meta of it all. But I just want to do my own thing and not have to worry about controlling my troops. You like tactics and history. And if I got a game for you, it's called Age of Empires 2. Or maybe like Civ 6 or Civ 5 even. I know it well. That's true. You would have been an adult at the time that game came out, so you would have had plenty of time to play it. I'm gonna reiterate, I never got into real-time strategy games. Like, I played a lot of StarCraft when I was in middle and a little bit of high school, but I never felt comfortable playing them, so I just kind of stopped playing real-time strategy games. It always felt like I was being too inefficient with my clicks and all that stuff. My actions per minute was too low to compete, and therefore I was not having as much fun as I could have. I think that's one of the reasons I never got into like MOBAs, because I don't know, it's too much clicking. This is why I can only play Planetary Annihilation against bots. Yeah, that's true. I tend to be like semi-competitive in the games that I play, especially if like my friends want to play. I'm like, oh, I'll show them, I'll get real good at it, and then kick their asses, and they're like, we don't want to play with you anymore, you got too good and now it's no fun. But you know what, that's fine, that's their loss, because now I get to go lose against actual people on the internet. Urban's always down for Civ. If only we could play Civ and it didn't take 8 hours, and we could throw down a little streamer battle royale or something. You love Sid Meier's games? One of my favorite games growing up was Colonization, which was his New World Colonization 4X game that was... It plays so differently from, like, Civilization and stuff. But because it's more linear, like, the end goal is to declare independence from whichever nation you started with and fight off their foreign expeditionary force or whatever it's called, and then you win, and then you get points based on how well you did, which, like a holdover from an earlier time, right? Back when you got points in games. It only works if you can put a whole day aside for it. Yeah. Am I gonna join you on the MP KSP server? Maybe. I don't know what I would do. I play KSP so differently from everybody. I'd probably just throw together like a Kraken drive and just like fly off into space forever. I was more looking forward to the Stationeer server, but then every time I have free time when I could actually do it, I end up playing something totally different. I don't want to know if I play Smash. I have not played Smash since Melee. I used to be really big into the original Super Smash Brothers. I played Kirby, which, of course, I'm sure everybody knows by now what my name is, Star Shard Zero, which comes from Kirby and the Crystal Shards, but I didn't want to go with Crystal Shards because Crystal sounded like a girl's name, and I didn't want people to think I was a girl. But my original username when I first started going on the internet was Kirby Kid. So that sort of was an easy transition for me. Both are up and running. Yeah, where's the info for the Stationeer server and who all's playing on it? Because I'm not super good at it, but I'll happily help like gather resources and stuff. Urban usually flies around and kamikazes people on the server. Okay. All right, Urban. I see what you're doing. You'll send it to me. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can. Maybe I'll have some time this weekend. I'm not super busy, which I shouldn't be. It's the weekend. Oh, we're getting really close to the time here. He likes those close flybys. This is the first time I've heard of Stationeers. Yeah, so I come to Stationeers by way of Space Station 13, which, if you guys don't know about Space Station 13, is like a whole thing. Reminds you a lot of Astroneer? Eh, kind of. It's a little more technical than that. People either love it or hate it. Yeah, exactly. Visually. Yeah, visually it's a little bit like Astroneers. Mechanical wise, it's more like Space Station 13 with all the building and like swapping between hands and stuff. It gets a little nuts. All right, well, we're here now. Let's scooch on over. Base Station 13 is like the grandpappy of Barotrauma. Yes, sort of, in that it's like very robust. I used to play a lot of Space Station 13. I would hang out in role-playing servers. This is the only time I've really wanted to like role-play in a video game, was hanging out in Base Station 12 server and just playing the botanist all round long and doing my job. And people, like, crazy stuff would be going on. I'd be like, what do we do? Like, what are the orders from the captains? Crazy stuff is happening. But otherwise, I wouldn't like try to do stuff that would be out of character from my character, which is kind of fun. Is it still worth getting into? I think it is. It's free. So, like, depending on what you're looking for, there's a lot of different servers. It's one of those like old school games where depending on what server you join, you're going to get a completely different experience. Like, I like high role-playing, high rule servers because they keep all the nonsense in check. Other people are more like crazy. It's not so much that it's a cramp to get it running. It's just, it feels like you're downloading a virus when you're downloading the launcher for it. So I think Seth has a video, Seth Ztach on YouTube, about running it. If you want a server recommendation, if Base Station 12 is still running and you're willing to like follow the rules, I recommend that. Otherwise, like Goon Station, which I think is run by 4chan people. Other than that, I don't know any big servers. Goon, yeah, we're gooning. Yeah, I think Goon Station is run by 4chan people, although I don't know how. I mean, you hear 4chan, you're like, I don't want to play with those guys, but I think it's typically pretty well regarded as a server. Rilip says he's lying. He role plays as the Kerbals trying to invent FTL so they can get the letter to Wolfie every time he's playing KSP. It's true. Ever since I read that fan fiction, it has been my dream to live out that life as a Kerbal. I've heard ERP on Space Station 13. How does that even work? There's nothing visual. Yeah, it's all text. I mean, there is some visual stuff. You can like take off your clothes, but it's just a little paper doll, basically. Little like peach person running around. There are also different alien races that are more or less just furries, which may interest you. I think you typically have to apply to be able to play those. Again, depending on the server, they can be very strict about that kind of stuff, or they can just be like, do whatever, man, who cares? So always read the rules is my recommendation. That's just sexting. Yes, that's what old school ERP is. I mean, how do you think people ERP in World of Warcraft? You go to a little secluded spot, you start typing what you're gonna do to each other, you take off your armor, you push your character models together, and there you go. People do what? Oh no. You didn't know about this stuff? Oh no. Yeah, basically anything where two people can interact with each other via text, you can find ERP probably. It's like smashing action figures together. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so once we have landed this, it will be time for the Star Shard Eat the Bean funny challenge. I know everybody's anxiously awaiting it. I'll get the beans ready. So here they are. Again, I ate one earlier. It was Stink Bug, I think. This is the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled 6th edition. I don't know what the update is. They added 2 new flavors, apparently. But we're gonna go ahead and land at some point, I assume. There we go. Now we will enter the atmosphere. Oh, wait. Another engineer. Did I already complain about this one? I don't even remember checking that this was one of the ones we got. Yeah, this is another engineer. This is starting to piss me off. We're gonna have like 20 engineers and 1 pilot and 1 scientist. Rilip's only 700 points away. Oh god. Stop clicking on the free things. Tatari's at 6.9. That's close enough for this.
69, dudes!
So yeah, you need another 3,000 points. I called them shards because I was trying to theme like my whole channel around my character, but honestly, it's not that big a deal. You can call them whatever you want. I haven't complained about this one previously. Can you see what type they are in the capsule before you take the mission? No, you can't. That I got bored of their own branding pretty quickly. I like your character, or I don't know. It's like getting bored of something can be a negative thing, but I guess it could also be positive. I ended up not doing, admittedly, as much branding as I wanted to. I think that sort of helped me out a little bit because it didn't feel like I had pigeonholed myself too much. So I even originally on all the transition screens, so like that, oh, you can still see the guy. Okay, hey, here's my camera. Oh, it was the starting soon and the be right back and stuff that had the same art, but then I was like, I'm just gonna take that off because honestly, sometimes I just want to put something else up and I don't want that art to always be in the background. By the way, your reaction to those cursed images gave me a chuckle. They were, oh, to Taita, yeah, they were so, oh my god. I don't know how you made those, but that's insane. Hey, Lil Joe, what's up, man? Welcome to the Kerbal Rescue stream, where we're rescuing Kerbals all night. The, I think Taita Sertari is referring to the images where I have been transformed into a Kerbal. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah, you, what did you say? You said, like, holy fucking shit, which is a pretty appropriate reaction. Yeah, so I remember you made the, what was it, the Sonic the Hedgehog or something? Yeah, Sonic Pogging. And that was cursed? This is, like, an extra level of cursed. Why are you rescuing them? I am rescuing them for contract purposes. I did not mess anything up, aside from getting Valentina killed during one of the rescue missions. But that is, that's a totally different thing. The thing he messed up was taking a contract for another engineer. It doesn't tell me what they are. It's like a gacha machine. I go up there. I hope I'm gonna get an SR pull or whatever, and then I just get another normal. I get a common Kerbal. Not Valentina. Yes, unfortunately.
I see you shiver.
Wait, no, that's not right. Nope, also wrong. I gotta memorize the soundboard again. There it is.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yep, see, Urban knows you don't get to see the roll until it's too late. And then you find out that you spent all your tickets trying to get... Guys, I don't play gacha games. Help me out here. Let me see. Big Fantasy. Ugh. Download now. Dude, all the people are in here tonight. This is great. So once we land, in addition to the halftime show, I have a very important message. Sotari is again putting the cursed image of me as a Kerbal. If you have not seen it, if you have a weak constitution, or you are pregnant, or may become pregnant, do not click on that image. Or you like have heart or back problems, or you're elderly. It's, yeah. Oh no, little Joe, they got him. Oh no. Yeah, it's that is like some amazing art. Amazing in the like the biblical sense. Maybe awesome would be more appropriate. Crime against humanity. I turned myself into a Kerbal, Morty. I'm Kerbal Star. We'll do that. Yeah. Make a Pickle Rick joke. People love that show still, right? Funniest shit I ever seen. Oh no. Oh, that's good. Why does these missions take so long in real time, but they only take like an hour in Kerbal time? Sucks. That was a pretty good impression. My friend hates Rick and Morty, so anytime I see him and I get the drop on him, I'll do like a Pickle Rick thing. He gets so mad. There was a Dungeons and Dragons Rick and Morty like module, and every time we were at the game store together, I'd be like, dude, check it out, Rick and Morty, D&D, your two favorite things. That's how you know you're real friends. Yeah, he's great. I hardly get to see him though, because we both work, I guess, and he has like a weird schedule. But when I do see him, it's like a good time. Whee! I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. I can't believe that wasn't used in the pod racing game. You guys remember when I played pod racing for the whole night? And we played, I guess we didn't play as Anakin for very long, because as soon as we unlocked Mars Guo, I switched over to him. Anakin never once says it's Morbin time. No, I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Nor does he say, now this is pod racing. I'm trying to remember, like, what lines does he actually have in that game? That was a good game. It was. Why won't they make a new one? The same reason they won't make my pod racer documentary set in the Star Wars universe that I've been asking for. They keep making all these crappy, like, melodrama political shows. But when I'm like, hey, you know what I would like? Disney, LucasArts, whatever. I guess it would be Lucasfilm. LucasArts is the game company. I would like a documentary film in the style of Surf's Up, the movie with the surfing penguins, about an up-and-coming pod racer, including interviews from classic pod racing characters. Do you remember how long I spent playing that game and then beat it? Because we beat it in one stream. It didn't take very long. I think it crashed like 3 or 4 times, so we can pop the other chute here. And we're good to go. You've heard good, yeah, I keep hearing things about Andor. It's like, it's fine. I'm sure it's a great show if like that's the kind of content you're looking for. I know people complained about all the Jedis and lightsaber stuff. Uh-oh, Cat's back. He might be carrying Mr. Pillow around. I don't know. I don't have eyes on him. He's behind my monitor. That one really blew up. Which one, Andor? It's like a prequel to Rogue One, right? Like they're trying to fill in every single gap between all the movies. It's like we can leave no story untold. We just got to keep going. All right, so looks like we're good. People complained about Star Wars. I can't believe it. I complain about Star Wars routinely. The difference between me and other people who complain about Star Wars is I'm not a Star Wars fan, whereas they typically are. I can't believe they did the Mandalorian. They didn't have Boba Fett. And then they have the Boba Fett show and everyone's like, I can't believe in the Boba Fett show they made him like a good guy. It's like, whatever. We've certainly had a good amount of lightsaber stuff, so it's nice to have something else. Yeah, I don't care either way. I'm not a Star Wars fan here. I remember liking the prequels as a kid because I didn't know any better, and then going back and rewatching them is like physically painful. Obi-Wan is a loose cannon. He is. He's certainly like one of the more interesting characters. First thing you have to remember is there's not actual good Star Wars movie. It gets easier after that. Yeah, that's true. Even like the first one, like rewatching it is like really janky. And then people like love to gargle Empire Strikes Back. It's like, it's fine, I guess, depending on what you're looking for. Is Empire also bad? Always heard of that as a good, right? It's, I don't think it's bad. It's probably the best of all the movies. But at the same time, it also is part of a larger universe that ultimately just kind of falls apart a little bit. I don't know. The world is great, but the plot and stuff has always been janky. Yeah, there you go. It's like George Lucas always struck me as like he wanted to do a lot of world building, but not write like a story. Like maybe leave that to somebody else. Problem with properties like this is they're blown up in terms of expectations because of how big they are. Yeah, people got really upset when they got rid of like the extended universe stuff, but there's some real garbage out there too, so I can understand why they had to like distance themselves. Okay, it is that time of the night, chat. Let's see what our first video is. This was submitted by Rillip, so if it's not funny, please direct your ire to Rillip and we'll ban him from the channel for 1 day. Copy link. Wouldn't it be funny if I said that and then played a video from, wait a minute. This is just a clip. This is just a VOD of one of my streams. We're not gonna watch that. That's an hour and 50 minutes long. And it's just Sonic Finger Family videos. Okay. All right, this next one is from Puppy Luke, who is, I don't believe, here tonight, but that's okay. It's a short. Oh boy. Okay. Can I make it not a short? Is that an option? I don't like shorts. They're like, because they repeat like constantly. This page isn't available. All right, whatever. We'll watch the short. Do I take request? Oh no, go ahead and submit them. I can modify it to not be a short. All right, walk me through that. Because I'm pretty sure I've done it before. I think I have to do like youtube.com/watch video code at the end. Watch $V equals. All right, I knew it was something like that. Perfect. This is 26 seconds long. And, oh, stop it. Stop the music. Okay. Uh-oh, cat's in the background again. We need to do window capture. Hold on now. We're not looking at Santa Claus's reindeer anymore. We're looking at something else. I gotta say, this is a pain in the butt. Okay. This is called Medics, Civilians versus Veterans, which I guess is appropriate to me because I was in the army. But let's find out how funny this is. Also, KSP, please stop.
Someone shot me!
Hey, what's up? Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Thank you. Am I gonna be okay?
Look at me. I haven't lost a patient yet, and I'm not losing one today. You gotta trust me.
I trust you. I trust you.
Hey, look at this shit.
Help me, I'm scared.
Oh, I got shot for the first time. No, I'm scared. Stop. You're not special, okay?
You ain't gonna help me, right?
I mean, I'm gonna try, bro, but like, I ain't making no promises.
Okay. Not funny. Well, maybe a little funny, but not as funny as the last one. Okay, let's do another one. This is another one from Puppy Luke. Go ahead and add this one to the pile. Should make like a playlist of this. Where do I submit the videos? In the Discord, there is a funny video submission channel. Just go ahead and drop a link in there. Oh, gee, it's another short. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. Watch v question mark equals. Thanks YouTube for not. Wait a minute. Did I biff that? Oh, watch question mark. Watch question mark v equals. Ta-da! All right, here we go. Kirby Scyther. Yeah, that's Kurther. He is that's my first OC that I ever made. Back in 4th grade, I think.
Ooh, I found a stick. I can be like Harry now. Hey, you better not. Hey, I'm gonna put these in sport mode.
Has he got Crocs on? Okay. All right. All right. Luke, Puppy Luke is 0 for 2 here. Next up, that's a Twitter link. We're not going to do Twitter links. Preferably in YouTube form. Okay, this is... What is this? This is some kind of... Okay, we're not going to do another Puppy Luke one. This is from Goyas. Let's check this one out. It's going to be another short, isn't it? Jeez. When I was a kid, I was making Pac-Man and worm-styled Halo characters. Ooh. So, all right. I guess I can explain a little bit about where the character came from after this video. Okay, we're coming back. Here we go. So, this is called Timmy Needs His Crusts Cut Off.
Father, I specifically asked for no crusts on my sandwich.
You're a big boy now. You can eat the crusts.
When Mommy does it, there are no crusts.
Well,
You didn't even cut it!
Timmy.
What am I, some kind of belligerent, ghoulish, syphilitic beggar?
just calm down, bud.
That I would wrangle the three-headed hydra, douse the flames of the phoenix, deafened by the banshee's howls, then permit this dry-hardened terrorist into my mouth.
It's not that bad.
Poseidon himself could not quell this arid desiccation of bread.
Well, your playdate Filbert is enjoying his sandwich. Father, Filbert is like a raccoon.
It's just
He'll
a
eat
crust.
My epitaph, here lies Timmy, death by crust and parental neglect.
Well, at least he's not mentioning the hamster.
Directly adjacent from Bartholomew's tombstone.
Okay, I can give you a Capri Sun to wash things down.
One measly Capri Sun, might as well shoot myself in the face.
Okay, I'll give you 2 Capri Suns to eat the crust.
No crust, give me 3 Capri Suns, and then...
No, we're not going to Taco
We
Bell.
are going to Taco Bell!
No.
The Crunchwrap Supreme shall cure this insult.
Now you're just
Do
trying
it,
to
the
hustle me.
Crunchwrap
I
Supreme.
am the hustle.
Okay. Not funny. I guess the issue is when you submit videos, you're going to submit videos that you think are funny. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Title Y. I'm going to laugh at this one. I know, like 100%, cuz it's a Red Letter Media video. So here we go. Yeah, just weird. I'm already laughing cuz I can see his face. I'll eat the bean no matter what, but I'm going to watch this. What is he laughing at?
Elves need you.
Oh, yep, it is the one.
You got skills the elves do not. You got the powers you need to finish through Slay.
There is a scene where Jack Frost is talking to somebody.
Oh, God. Oh, he's talking to Tanglefoot.
And I think I cracked. My
Yes,
brain
Tida,
cracked.
this is
I
a
just
you
couldn't
laugh,
stop
you lose
laughing, and I
challenge.
wasn't laughing at anything in particular.
Well, Tanglefoot.
What?
Doesn't really help the elves.
What?
God.
Oh no, he's going to do it.
No help for them.
What?
It's gonna be real different.
Oh no. I can't help it. You're watching. Okay. You're watching. I mean, it's Red Letter Media. I'm going to laugh at it. Like, you could just take a clip of any random episode. Yeah, you're watching me watch a bunch of guys watch a terrible VHS tape. The most stoic man breaking. Only 2 things can break Mike. Terrible VHS tapes and the elderly. This is the former of those. All right, let's get this out of the way. Bring back the Kerbals, bring back the music, and then I will eat a bean. So here we go. Thank you, Tida, for submitting the winner of Do you laugh, you lose challenge? It was not me. I lost. It was the Tata kids last time, yes. Okay, come on, give me a bean. I hate the way this dispenser works. It gives me 2. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, this is Tutti Frutti or Dirty Dishwater. So here we go. I see if we can get it. It's not gonna. Oh, it focuses. Ooh, that looks good. So it's one of these guys. Oh, that's Dirty Dishwater. Ugh. Yeah, he goes on to explain he's just laughing like a person in a straitjacket. Something snapped. He just went. We all go a little mad sometimes. Sounds like Tide Pods. I think this tastes slightly better than a Tide Pod because there's sugar, because it's still a jelly bean. It wasn't terrible. It's no barf. I would eat another one of those if I had to. But it's definitely also not Tutti Frutti. Okay, we're done. We're back. Let's continue. Test the RT10 hammer. I mean, that's just free. That's just free. Just go ahead and take that real quick. Bring out the test monkey. Of course, now it's gonna taste like dirty dishwater in my mouth while I play Kerbals. And the music's back. Yay! I know how much you guys missed the music. Right, we're only gonna be in here for like 10 more seconds. RT10 hammer. Yeah. Yep, Jebediah. Actually, you know what? We'll put Ellen in there, because if this thing blows up, I don't want to have to deal with it. Is this Alpha Sapphire music? So it is. Excellent observation there. I never played the remakes. I only played the originals, and I remember basically nothing about them. Wow, look at it go. Huh, I guess now we have to sit here while this thing runs out of fuel. I didn't think very far ahead. At least we're not going anywhere, right? The originals were your first Pokemon games. My original Pokemon game was Pokemon Blue, which I guess dates me a little bit. I would have been like 8 or 9 maybe? Between 7 and 9 is when those games came out. And like I said, at that time I was living in Hawaii, so all the like Japanese trends kind of hit in Hawaii first before they come to the mainland. Oh no, Rilip's still saving up points. Yeah, well, listen. You pay the points, I'll eat the bean. That is the rule around here. Emmykins was actually checking how many were left in case she had to order another canister. But I think we've got, let's see how many. Oh, yeah, I think it's got like this much left, so there's still plenty of beans to go. Fortunately, I have them in a nice sealed container so the scent doesn't leak into the environment. I feel like after one can, it's lost its novelty. That's true. I guess I would just, I'd have to take down the redemption though. Yeah, maybe we'll finish out the can and then, I don't know, maybe do like spicy chips or something. Okay, so this is just, we'll take another rescue mission. Because again, this is rescue all the Kerbals night. And who's coming up next? Maugar's Debris. I think we already got Moly, right? Who did we recover? I wasn't even paying attention. Yep. Moly. Okay, we did get Moly. So Hex, what would you say? What would be a good replacement for the beans? Yeah, terminate that. We're looking at Maugar. who is coming around, so let's do a little time warp action. Like hot sauce on something? That might be bad for me though. I don't know if I should be eating hot sauce. I am not very spice tolerant. So maybe I should then in that case. Be funnier for everyone. All right, send up the rescuer. Can we make this thing more stable, I wonder? Maybe just like 2 fins on the bottom. Would give me at least a little bit more maneuverability. Or just, you know, give me some drag or whatever. For the winglets. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the fins. They're like 25 a piece. And they're gonna just get destroyed anyway. Okay, let's make sure we have no extra crew. Bill, get out. And it's time to launch. Ooh. The dirty dishwater definitely has like a nasty it tastes worse now than it did when I first ate it. It's got the aftertaste thing going on. Here we go. Another Kerbal ready to join our wonderful space program. Probably another engineer, but maybe we'll get lucky. We'll spin the gacha wheel. We'll cash in our golden ticket for that super rare pull. So yeah, so excited to add another engineer to the crew. Aren't we all? I'm sure there's some people out there who really like engineers. Like they have some kind of crazy contraption that requires like a bunch of engineers to run fuel mining rigs and do like in orbit construction. That's not really me. All the Kerbals being saved. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yep. I mean, that explains how they're still stuck up in space. If they were smart enough to be a scientist or brave enough to be a pilot, they wouldn't end up in this situation. But here we are. His name is Urban. Wait, is that what the Kerbal is named? Yep, Urban Kerbin. That's his name. And decouple, perfect. There they go, boom. And fireworks for the people watching below. Wouldn't it be cool if NASA did that when they did launches? They just decoupled the boosters and they just slammed into each other at high speed. A lot more people would watch rocket launches if that was the case. Scientists are super necessary for all the science bases. It's true. I really want to get scientists, but they keep throwing engineers at me. It's like, hey, we know you're kind of like tight on cash right now, so we're just gonna throw a bunch of engineers at you to encourage you to pay money for scientists. You would take a team of engineers over any other? Well, yeah, but you do all kinds of crazy stuff. This is theoretically supposed to be a speed run. Oh, look at all that debris. Oh, that stuff really like went flying after it crashed into each other, huh? All right, let's set target. There we go. And now we begin maneuvering. Let's go ahead and push that intersect. All right, that's not actually gonna work. I see, I see. All right, well, maybe we can... Okay, that's just not gonna work, I guess. Let's go at the apoapsis then. We'll try to tweak it from there. Oh, we're still in the atmosphere. Let's not do that. There we go. Okay, so here we are. Keep it on orbit. Prograde. Yeah, we don't have to have that on there. I also beat the tech tree before the second year too, just saying. Yeah, you're on normal though. Wait, did you really? You didn't go to Dune or anything, right? You got everything from the Mun and Minmus and that was enough? It's true? Okay, well there you go. I'm gonna see what I can do. That's my goal, is to get... Oh, jeez. Oh, no, I did it again. Okay, hold on. Flip around. It was year 1, day 89. Wait, what? Oh, so... Because this is year 0, right? No. No, there's no way you unlocked all the tech tree by day 89. 89 days into the game? There's no way. Unless you mean, like, the second year of the game. Jeez, this one's might just maybe go deep enough into the atmosphere. Oh, you meant, okay, 1 year in. So year, I guess year 2 technically. Okay. That's, I'm shooting for under year 1. So before it rolls over into the next year is what I'm hoping for. Oh, nope. There we go. Can we, there we go. See what we're doing here. So we have 2 intersect points. Let's see where they hit. We're looking to reduce the separation as low as possible as we loop around, and also getting our periapsis above 70. So that's how you know you're in space. Unless you're playing super hard mode and science is reduced, Minmus has enough science gains to max out the tech tree usually. Okay then, well that's what we're gonna shoot for. What I need to do now is get enough money and get a scientist and upgrade the facilities enough that I can build a hopper to go to Minmus and just jump around between all the biomes. So that's what we're currently working towards. I'm guessing we'll be able to do that sometime next week. If I ever find a scientist. I guess, no, that's not true. We have, is it Bill or Bob that's the scientist? I think Bill's the scientist. Oh, shoot, we're entering the atmosphere. Oh, that's not good. It's fine. We're going to be pretty high up, so it doesn't matter. I feel like you have to get... I have patch conics. And you don't have to necessarily if you're good enough at eyeballing, but yeah, I'm not that good. Because there are... What is it? Like you get out the protractor and stuff like that? I guess the hardest part would be with the inclination. Could be a little tough. And I do have, yeah, I unlocked maneuver nodes on Wednesday. So we should be able to get to Minmus no problem. Whether we can actually hop around, that's going to require like something with a lot of delta V in it. All right, so we got to keep an eye on that one. I think means we're going to have to give ourselves some station boosts here while we're in the atmosphere. Shows you how much attention I've been paying. It's been a long week. It has been a long week. But we finally finished up end of month stuff this week, which now we're like halfway through the month. Now I got to start prepping for next month, which is going to be November. And then after that, come January, it's going to be all hands on deck for like 3 months. It's going to be really, really painful. But I'm going to be as... I mean, I streamed that same time last year, so it shouldn't be a problem. It's just kind of annoying. Gonna be I think we can upgrade the launch pad. We might have enough to upgrade the launch pad and then send out like a really big rocket. Like, you know, really just an absolute unit of a bouncy thing. What they're called, hoppers. People call them hoppers. Biome hoppers, as opposed to like a rover, which I have never had any luck with on Minmus, so I would not want to try that in a hardcore save. Also, speaking of, this has nothing to do with KSP other than the fact that it's another space game. If anybody is a fan of Raft or of like Satisfactory, Factorio, that kind of game, there is a game on Steam called Astro Colony that is basically Raft in space. So if that piques your interest, check it out. It's called Astro Colony. It is in early access, so, you know, take that with a big old bag of salt. It also has multiplayer, so could be fun. Yeah, factory on Raft. Basically, that's what it is. In space. So I haven't played super far into it. I got to the part where you could add engines and fly around. And then I was like, this game is pretty cool. I'm going to hold off and like wait for a couple of updates. And it is multiplayer, yes. Ida is asking. I think there are some issues. I think they might have patched the multiplayer to make it functional. People were having issues on the forums. Again, early access, like maybe put it on your follow list or whatever. But it looks like a super, like right up some people's alley kind of game. The same way that like people who play Factorio are probably really super into Dyson Sphere program and stuff like that. Or vice versa. Okay, we're still not out of the atmosphere. Ugh. I don't know if I'll stream that game. Maybe after, like a little bit later when there's been some substantial upgrades. Same thing with what, Planet Crafter? I know somebody was asking or was telling me about Planet Crafter, which I had already had at that point. I was like, well, they haven't. There's not a whole lot going on. Yeah, Astro Colony. Here, I can put a link in the chat to the store page. Just so it's easier to like click through. There it is. Check it out if you're interested. I'm interested. And I had a little bit of fun with it. I'm just going through all the games that I played in the last week. See if there's anything worth talking about. Oxygen Not Included, Monster Train I streamed. Not last Friday. Or was it last Friday? Oh, mate, jeez, I can't even keep track of the time. I think it was last Friday. I played I Am Fish, which was like a pain in the ass. Holy cow. But I got that one for free, so I'm not going to complain too much. All right, here we go. We should have visual confirmation on our target. There it is. Let's switch to target mode and hit the brakes. Blow it on down there. All right, now we just do a final approach. Easy peasy. Just gotta push the one thing onto the other thing and then let the thing happen. Star Citizen's doing a free fly event this weekend. Ooh. Yep. Star Citizen is a thing. I'm sure there are some very passionate both defenders and detractors of Star Citizen in the chat. I can't speak one way or the other. Started today. All right. I do know it was the same guy who was originally making Freelancer, which is one of my favorite space games. So I have been tangentially interested. I think I'm just going to wait for it to come out, though. Star Citizen's a learning curve and a half. All right, well, so it looks like you guys know more about it than I do. I played a little bit of Elite Dangerous because my friend wanted to play it. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. 60 bucks on a game? Who cares? I care now because I don't even play it that much. Didn't Star Citizen one of those No Man's Sky debacles? I don't know about... I mean, No Man's Sky came out and was bad. Star Citizen just kind of seems to be perpetually coming soon, but like with some gameplay available to play now. I feel like if you want to play that type of game, you should just play EVE Online. But I've also never played EVE Online because I've heard that game will like suck out your soul. Star Citizen's like Fusion Power is perpetually 20 years out. We'll see. I mean, it hasn't quite been 20 years yet. Although I feel like it's missed its release date a couple of years in a row now. Or maybe they're just gonna do like a perpetual early access type thing, like a lot of games do nowadays. Star Citizen's gonna come out the year of the Linux desktop. Weren't the Steam machines running like a version of Linux? I think it just needs to not be as bad as Duke Nukem Forever. Well, Duke Nukem Forever, like, basically was completely rebuilt from the ground up several times, which is its own brand of nonsense as far as the development hell goes. All right, let's see what we got here. It's engineer. Who had engineer? You get nothing because I didn't make a Gamba, but I think for the next one we're gonna have to at this point. We're gonna get a Gamba going. Cause that's like 6 engineers in a row now. I don't want to say we're due because that's not how probability works. But at the same time, I think the game is trying to like screw me over. Unlike XCOM, where it tends to give you like a pretty distributed spread of classes, KSP is just like, nah, you probably need more engineers. Everybody likes engineers. Except Elon Musk, apparently. Because I keep I can't tell that they're engineers before I rescue them, Rilip. So I don't know how it knows. I don't know. All right, whatever. We're gonna bring this one back down and we're gonna do another one. I'm gonna put a poll up or a prediction, whatever. Here, I'll put it up now. One prediction coming up. Get your bets in now, people. You're gonna be able to get the beans. What will the next Kerbal be? Pilot, scientist, engineer. You have, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Pilot, scientist, engineer. I think I spelled those correctly. What will the next Kerbal be? Start the prediction. Got it. Kerbals don't know what they majored in. Well, they know, but they don't tell me until I get there. So you have a 1 in 3 chance, I guess. I don't know, again, what the probabilities are. But if you get right and you bet a lot of points and I don't know, then you can buy a bean. That seems like it's going a lot faster than I thought it was. No, it's good. It's fine. I set it for 5 minutes. So we should be landing around the time it's wrapping up. And hey, look at that. We might be able to land kind of near the KSC. Probably not, though. Last time we tried it, we ended in tragedy. So we're just going to let it happen. Hey, there's the KSC down there. It's floating because... Oh, okay. Land popped in now. All right, here we go. Fun fact, if it ends up being something no one bet on, the points are lost. Then I guess someone will just wait till the end and scoop up all the free points. I just guaranteed it won't be an engineer by betting everything on engineer. Yes, what I get is completely random. It's a 33.33% chance repeating, of course, on any of those 3 classes. I thought the game would auto balance my roster, but now I can see that is not the case. It's kind of like that Am I the Asshole post about the mother-in-law who was pissed that her daughter-in-law kept having daughters and being like, oh, well, you know, it's just too bad you can't give my son a son of his own. Stuff like that. It's like, lady, it's a 50-50 chance. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, well, all his brothers' wives gave them sons, so there must be something wrong with you. And I can't wait for the December edition of Reddit Court. I've been peeking into the subreddit occasionally to see what's currently on the top, and there's some super spicy ones that I'm hoping make it onto the top of the month list. Assuming they don't get deleted or downvoted or whatever. So here we go. We're just gonna do a nice little re-entry here. And while that's happening, I'm gonna look at what other games. What else? I played a little bit of Satisfactory. I guess I got Slime Rancher 2 like a couple weeks ago. I haven't played that too much this week. I think there hasn't been any updates for that. Slime Ranch. Oh, there was an update. Patch 0.1.2. Oh, they fixed the cost of the water tank to allow for it to be crafted earlier in the experience. That's nice. The water tank took me like a long time to unlock, and by the time I had it, I didn't really need it. Flip says, I feel like January Reddit Court will be the best because it'll get all the holiday drama. Ooh. Maybe. Keep in mind, American Thanksgiving is this week. So we could have some really good stuff. Like, am I the asshole for swearing at my aunt for being a huge racist at Thanksgiving dinner? Etc., etc. That kind of stuff. Next week, yeah, it's coming up. I'm ready for my dark meat. I get it all to myself. Nobody else likes it. Make sure to give thanks to Am I the Asshole. Yeah, Lil Joe's got a point. It is not Sunday. I consider the weekend to be like a free time. So typically as soon as the work day is over on Friday, I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's the next week now. Am I the asshole because I threw away all the dark meat that I knew my son-in-law loves? Yes, you are the asshole. Why would you throw away food like that? You just throw it in the garbage. Sure, why not? Meanwhile, there's starving people a couple blocks down from you who would love to eat some dark meat. And you threw it all in the garbage. Now I have no leftovers. Just a bunch of dry white meat. Okay. Here we go. Re-entry time. We are re-entering. We are still re-entering. Is it time to hit the brakes yet? I don't think so. We way overshot the KSC. Jeez. I don't know why I always think like, oh, we're passing over the KSC. We can try to land right next to it. No, just kidding. You're just gonna go flying way past it. All right, let's hit the brakes. Whee! Love how ineffective this like looks like it's being. It's like, yeah, it has a thrust away to 2. I wonder if NASA would ever do a maneuver like this. This seems incredibly dangerous. Like having the bell pointed down right into the re-entry heat. That would probably just wreck all the internals, all this exposed stuff. Probably not a good idea. All right, well, there goes that. Go ahead and hit the drogue chutes here. And now we're gonna start flopping around, I guess. Sure, why not? Is this Kirby? Hold on. It is. Oh, it's Kirby's Epic Yarn. I'm like, I just heard this. Neptune Evo was playing it. Like a couple streams ago. And that's exactly what it was. SpaceX does this regularly. Yeah, but they're not fully in orbit, are they? I don't know. The engines are rated for high heat and pressure by default. Yeah, that's true. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we gonna be okay, chat? We're gonna be fine. That's going down really fast. I think we're okay. F9 does it to reduce heating. Oh, Falcon 9, but no crew in it for this. True, yeah. Like if they were coming back, they wouldn't, with crew inside, they wouldn't do it. Yeah, we're good. Okay, good. Good, good, good. We've actually got quite a bit of lift here. Look at that. This isn't flying, it's falling with style. There's the drogues. They're not dealing with orbital speeds. Yeah, because they go suborbital and then they turn around. It's just like your boosters that do that. All right, next one. And we're good. All right, how much longer on the prediction here? Was that 5 minutes already? What the heck? I should have set that for like 10. All right, well, hopefully everybody got their bets in. Starship will be belly flopping. Like the space shuttle, basically. That'll be cool. I'm super hyped. Has anybody been tracking Artemis? Like, what's going on with that? Artemis mission. Let's check it out. Okay. With Artemis missions, NASA will land the first woman and first person of color on the moon. In like 10 years? Or are they like actually working on that now? When does it get to the moon? There's 13,000 on the line. If you win this, you might get yourself a bean. Skid Bop wants to know about Artemis news. And Urban is saying it's halfway to the moon now. So that's cool. This is the unmanned. Yeah, this is the unmanned one. Which is, I guess, a start. Like, it's nice that we're sending a probe to the moon. Considering it's, like, right there. We should have a bunch of stuff up there. It's 2022. I've seen Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. They got the whole dang space station people live in. It's to survey for resources. For resources? What the heck? Someone I know has been desperate to find footage of Artemis going into space, like she was only able to find this one 30-second clip. I mean, there was a whole live stream. I assume there's more. Artemis launch live stream. Should have a VOD. Yeah, there's a 5-hour long VOD of it on YouTube. Let me like scrub through it a bit here. Are we okay? Coming in here.
And it was great to see what people submitted.
Yeah, it's awesome to see the creativity out there and how people
Do some scrubbing here. This is just a bunch of people talking. Okay, here's the launch. It looks like. I think. No, this is just a dang. This is like a promotional video. Urban. I'll let Urban do it. He probably knows better. Skip to 2 hour 41. Okay. Here we go. Let me open that back up. Two hours 41 minutes. All right, that's about where I was.
Cryogenic propulsion stage, or ICPS.
This is like a simulation, it looks like. Okay, here's the launch.
Is continuing to move the team forward. Flood the mobile launcher with water. You'll see that sequence start.
Standing by for solid rocket boost.
There it is. Okay. So... Oh, are we good? Nobody died. Okay, good. Let me recover the vessel. What's T stage? Wait. What's minus T stage? All right, we're good. We've landed. Let's see. So the prediction is currently... Can someone link the VOD? Yeah. Here. Hold on, I got it. Yeah, a lot of it is just them looking at the rocket sitting on the pad. But I'm at like 3 hours and 15 minutes in, and that's when the launch sequence actually is like kind of starting. But then I think a lot after that is just like people talking and interviews and simulations and stuff. Hello. That stone is back. Oh, minus L time. Oh, For like the speed run, you mean? Good question. I don't know. This is like, oh, on the video? Okay. It's like 3 hours and 16 minutes. All right, where am I? We're in the, this is the wrong place. We need to be looking at this. So who did we just get? We got Maugar. We can go ahead and terminate that one. So we are now going for Helling. So everybody who placed their bets, whatever Helling is going to be what pays out, I guess. So I hope everybody bet correctly. If you bet engineer, that's what we've gotten all night. I don't want to say the odds are against it because, again, it's RNG, but we've had a lot of those. Why does it save 2 separate things that are exactly the same? That's just confusing. Did I get in? No. We haven't gone yet. The one I just got was engineer, yes, but that the prediction was for this next one that I'm launching to go get now. Let's get everything set up here. Oh no. Wait, that stone is stressed? Don't be stressed, it's Friday. Friday is good, unless I guess you have like midterms or something coming up. In which case, yeah, I guess stress might be good or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I was in school. All my stress comes from streaming now. Oop. 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 Stress stops after school, yes. And there is no stress at all once you enter the workforce. Well, I was just thinking just the other day how unstressed I've been at work. No, there is definitely stress. I'm just thinking like, what would cause someone to be stressed but also watch Twitch streams? I don't know, maybe I'm just like imagining people who watch Twitch streams are younger than me on average. Oh, a sunburn? Ooh, sunburn is pretty stressful. However, it is winter here, so I've been bundling up, so no sunburns yet. All right, let's twist it up a little bit. It's not very pretty. It's yeah, nope, not pretty at all. Go ahead and drop those and go horizontal. Not a perfect launch, not even like a very decent launch. Good enough though. We have enough delta V on this thing to do what we needed to do. Go ahead and set the target. Widen our orbit a bit. Let's see, we got a bunch of stuff. Dehydration, that could cause stress, yes. Hypothermia, malnutrition, hyperthermia. You're gonna give that an 8 out of 10 launch? I don't know if I'd give it that much. I feel like, I guess if you're grading on the Star Shard scale, that's a pretty good launch. If you're grading on like the actual Kerbal player curve, then yeah, that's more of a like 6 out of 10 at best. All right, so there's our separation. I think we could probably do a really fast rendezvous here. That would be awesome. The relative speeds are going to be insane though, so we're going to have to be quick about this. So we need to do this. Match target speed. This is going to cost a lot of delta V, but it's going to be so worth it. All right, let's stop doing that now. 7.8 out of 10. Too much space. Yeah, there's way too much space out here. That's one of the things they don't teach you in astronaut school, how big space is. Like you think, oh yeah, it's big, But then you get out there and you're like, oh, it's just, it's everywhere. Everything is space. The Earth is the weird part. Oh, wait, the onboard cameras broke down during the stream? They always do. Jeez. All right, almost there. Yeah, we should have visual confirmation. There they are. So now we just have to push this onto target. All right. So let's burn towards. Oh, no, that's not what we want to do. We want to go this way. Yeah, that's better. Beautiful. All right, so intersect should be coming up. 5 minutes. We don't have that kind of time. I want to get there now. I want to find out who won. Astronauts need the Tim and Eric space kit as part of training. I don't even know what astronaut training is like in this day and age. They still put you on that big thing that spins you around. You get to go to space camp? I hope you get to go to space camp. I always wanted to go to space camp when I was a kid. I think basically every kid wanted to go to space camp when they were a kid. You get to eat astronaut food. Uh-oh. Rainbow Yeti, you came in just to make me eat a bean? He stole your guy's thunder. This is such a sleeper game. When you say sleeper, do you mean like sleeper hit or like I'm gonna fall asleep because the game is so boring? Because I could go either way with that, honestly. It's a hit. It's true. It is pretty good. All right. Hold on. Cats. You cannot have any of these. These are probably not healthy for cats or humans in that, for that matter. Boring to watch, fun to play. Yeah, I could see that. I like to see how other people design craft. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, Cat has interrupted. Hold on. Let me pause here. Okay. So I need to eat a bean and I need to do this rendezvous, and there's like a prediction to pay. He's all right. Yeah, okay, he's just gonna sit on the desk, I guess, so we're gonna have to work with that. So a couple of things are gonna happen here. I am going to complete this rendezvous. We're gonna find out what kind of Kerbal we're dealing with. That's gonna pay out the prediction, and then I'm gonna eat the bean that Rainbow Yeti requested. So there you go. Rainbow Yeti, you just got home? Dude, it's Friday night. I've got a 2-liter bottle of Shasta and my All Rush mixtape. It's a good night. I am not using any mods, no. This is 100% pure vanilla, unless you don't consider the DLC to be vanilla, in which case I'll just say it's stock. The goal of this speed run is to unlock the tech tree in hard career as quickly as possible in game time. What flavor Shasta? I don't actually have Shasta. I just have water. I don't even know what Shasta is. Isn't it like, it's like Sprite or Mountain Dew or something? Basically. Like a lemon lime citrus type soda. Okay, so what do we got? Drum roll, please. Helling Kerman is a scientist. Who had money on scientist? Nope, it's a scientist. Sorry. We're gonna pay out the nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Only 14% vote on scientists, so you guys are gonna get a beautiful ka-ching for Ice King. Let's see who's getting the payout here. Scientist, complete your prediction. 12,918 channel points go to, yeah, who? Rillip and Ice King have to split that between them. Wow. So Tari only paid 7.1k to make sure I didn't get engineer. I guess, yeah, if you're, thanks for being unlucky. Because now we have a scientist. So let's send her over. Hopefully she doesn't die on the way. And then I have a bean that I need to eat. Now the problem is, Rilip, there's a 1 hour cooldown on the bean, so you're gonna have to save it for next time. All right, let's begin the re-entry procedure here. All right, so let's eat a bean. Mix them up a little bit. Maybe I can get all the barf ones down to the bottom so I don't get them anymore. Let's head over to the big screen. Come on. Dude, this dispenser is so bad. It gives me 2 every time. Also, one of them was a barf bean. I don't want that. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. All right, this is it's cappuccino or liver and onions. I'm not gonna snort a bean, Ice King. Gross. Oh, it's another liver and onions. God damn it. Oh. It tastes like poop. Liver doesn't taste like poop. No, no. It tastes like the way cows smell. Ugh. God. Ugh. Oh, those are so bad. I like liver and onions. I don't know why they made it taste like that. Ugh. Was that human food? That was a jelly bean. So, I guess technically it would be human food. Here, I'll show you the, oh, hold on. I switched cameras. So this is Jelly Belly Bean Boozled Jelly Beans. Contains wild and weird flavors. And, yeah, there's a bunch of garbage in there, and then allegedly there's some beans that taste like regular jelly beans. Don't eat that. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody do it. I have to do it because I told chat that I would do it. I think I've gotten one good bean out of this whole canister. It was a strawberry banana shake instead of a dead fish bean. So yes, Rainbow Yeti, we had one regular bean. Everything else has been either barf or barf inducing. All right, let's do a re-entry here. Got some money, got Helling Kerman. So many rescue missions tonight. I think we should send out a mission. I want to send out another mission to the Mun, but we only have the one pilot. So if we're doing a Mun mission, we can't be doing a Minmus mission at the same time. You're at 9.9k again. Ice King, you're not new. You know there are other point redeems, right? You don't have to get the cheapest one. Also, Cat says hello. I think. I don't know. He's just laying there on the desk. I don't know why. He has like 20 different spots around the house that would be more comfortable than the hard surface of a computer desk. He's very cute though. So he's got that going for him, which is good. Right, re-entry time. Let's do a little time warp. All right, well, at least the liver and onions washed out the taste of dirty dishwater. So that's cool, I guess. Ugh. You know, whatever happened to like grass flavored beans? Those were fine. Yeah, whatever. What was the flavor? So that one was, it's a brown one. It was either cappuccino or liver and onions. The one before that was dirty dishwater, I think. It was either birthday cake or dirty dishwater, but it was dirty dishwater. And then I think the first one I ate was stink bug. So we've had stink bug, dirty dishwater, and liver and onions. liver and onions is not the worst, but it is also not quite liver and onions. And they're all sweet. So that doesn't really... Like, liver and onions should not be a sweet dish. Dirty dishwater was not pleasant. None of the nasty ones are pleasant. Let's see, what have I had? I've had the old bandage, which just tasted like plastic. Liver and onions, we've talked about. I haven't had toothpaste yet, which sounds like it would be fine. I've had barf like 6 times, and each time it was worse than the last. I had stink bug today. We had dirty dishwater today. I think I had a booger, but it might have also been a jalapeno, because the other one is juicy pear, and it definitely was not a pear. Stinky socks, I don't think I've had. And dead fish I have had, and it's not as bad as barf, but still pretty bad. So I don't know, again, if it's pure RNG or if you get like a 50-50 and I'm just getting through all the bad beans now, which would be pretty cool. Something tells me that it's like 80% bad beans and 20% okay beans. Ugh. The nice thing about the beans though, chat, it encourages me to stay hydrated to wash the flavor out of my mouth. So I just have to drink even more water. So for those of you out there who are struggling to drink enough water throughout the day, maybe get like a little timer on your phone or something. Don't eat the beans. It's not worth it. Just you saying barf bean makes me laugh from the memories. God. I think there's a clip of the first time I ate the barf bean. And each time has basically been that again. Even though I know that it's going to taste really bad, I'm like, well, maybe I'm used to it by now. No, you're never used to the barf bean. This is what I imagine Europeans are like when they eat Hershey's chocolate. All right, we're coming in here. Nice little re-entry. Bane of Kill. Get KSP or hold out for KSP2. Get KSP, because KSP2 is not going to be out for years at this rate. I know early access starts in February, but I think it's going to be a while before we see a fully fleshed out version of KSP2. You were about to mention the Hershey's thing, Taida? Yeah, people always talk about it. They're like, oh, why does American chocolate always taste like vomit? Yeah, well, I mean, they're not great, but yeah, Skin and Bob's got the right idea. Wait till KSP2 gets polished up. KSP1 is extremely playable. There's lots of mods that can change the experience, add stuff, rearrange stuff to your liking. KSP2, I imagine it's going to come out. It's not going to have like career or science modes. It's not going to have... It's basically just going to be KSP1, but in a different engine. Maybe some switched around parts and stuff. And yeah, oh, wait for a sale for sure. Seems fun how to start. Step 1, get the game. Maybe see if you can find it on sale. Step 2, don't bother with the in-game tutorials because they will not help. Just watch YouTube videos. Scott Manley has some older but still like okay tutorials, but other people like Matt Lown, Shadow Zone. You can watch other streamers, of course, and like we're always happy to answer questions about KSP. You're looking at the roadmap, Taida? Yeah. And you used to watch Scott Manley, huh? Yeah, he doesn't do KSP stuff anymore. He does like real space stuff. So he's kind of, the content has evolved and changed, which sucks, but also is kind of inevitable, I think. Yeah, step 1, buy KSP. Or acquire it via another method if you aren't quite sure. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, well, if you don't legally purchase the game, then I can't help you. But yeah, so get the game. Ask questions, like just to start with. I don't recommend sandbox because that's gonna overwhelm you with parts. I would recommend science mode and just kind of slap parts together in a way that looks rockety And typically that's gonna work. And if it doesn't work, you can try to like ask other people and maybe they can troubleshoot it. Download KSP. Step 2. 3 question mark. Step 4 profit. I don't think anyone's profiting from KSP unless you're like Urban Venture. Okay, all right, he's now grabbed my chat window. Okay, all right, you need to like keep your hands to yourself. I know you guys can't see him. He's like right here. I'm petting him. I would do a cat cam again. I keep saying that a cat cam would be cool, but he doesn't stay still typically, but when he does, I just imagine setting up a cat cam, and as soon as I do, he moves. So not worth the effort. Adventure Corp has big plans. I need to pop my chute. Okay, yeah. It's fine, Ice King. We're good. We've done this one like a bunch of times now. Switch to surface. Turn off SAS. How are we doing on electricity? We're fine on electricity. Honestly, this thing has enough electric charge. I probably don't need to bring batteries. Oh, I never changed the priority in the VAB either. KSP1 is only the beginning. Yeah. Well, you gotta pay for that new castle somehow, Urban. Are you actually gonna start? You're not gonna. You said you were gonna do like an all-day 24-hour marathon when KSP2 comes out. I hope there's enough content in the early game. What if it's just like Kerbin and the Mun? Like classic KSP1. Just Kerbin and the Mun. For a second, I thought you meant White Castle. No, so Urban is a... What are you? You're like a count or a baron or something, Urban? He's actually moving castles right now. He's swapping fiefs with another lord elsewhere in the country. You know, you gotta pack up your serfs and move them around. It's like a whole thing. I haven't had White Castle in ever? I don't think I've ever had White Castle. I see commercials for their like little slider things. I'm like, how many of those is like a meal? Urban says, I could play with just a launch pad and Kerbin for 2,000 hours. Ask me how I know. I mean, I don't know that I would want to watch that for 2,000 hours, but I suppose I could mess around. Batari says, KSP2 is supposed to have the addition of new interstellar exploration colonies and online multiplayer options, all of which are not going to be released when the game comes out in early access next year. So it's a ways down the roadmap for all that extra stuff. All right, let's hit the air brakes here. Nope, these are not actually air brakes. Sure, everybody's probably fine in there. What's the crew report say? Grasslands, we'll take it. We get 0.9 science. Urban is one of the reptilian elites. I thought he was a fish person. He was just saying how he loves living near the sea. All right, there we go. Next up, ferry 2 tourists to the Mun. As much as I would love to do that, I don't think we're going to be doing that tonight. All right, hey, you know what? We had so much fun on the last one. Let's do another one. Let's do one more. Also, I ate the bean. Let me complete that request for Rainbow Yeti. Predizione. All right, we're running another one. Got him. Fish are commonly mistaken for reptilian elites because it's the scales, right? So step 1, we just grabbed Helling. Let's go ahead and delete Helling's debris. And we're gonna do one more rescue mission tonight. And then we're gonna see if we want to launch like a Mun mission or if we're just gonna call it, depending on how long this takes. So we have Nunand, Tomrod, and Jinbo. Who I think Jinbo is gonna be. Wait, he's stranded in. Okay, low curb in orbit, low curb in orbit, low curb in orbit. I think we'll take the more expensive one. Oh, cat's getting up. Atari just found the roadmap and it won't even have science gathering. Yeah, I'm holding off for like a while. Okay, all right. See you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody loves having you on the stream. I think we're gonna go with Jinbo because he has a cool name. The CEO and chief bottle washer at VACCO Advanced Suction Systems. VACCO Advanced Suction Systems. That's a good one. Has stumbled on a problem. We've lost a Kerbal. Could you find Jinbo for us? Their snack supplies may be starting to run a little low. All right, let's get him. Where are you, Jinbo? Somebody bet 7 points. Yeah, I mean, you can bet as many or as few points as you want. There's Jinbo right there. We're going to be launching here shortly. It needs to at least have all the features of the first one in order to get my money. Yeah, that's typically my philosophy. It's like, look, it's eventually going to be better than the first one after like 5 expansion packs and 16 DLCs. I'll just wait for the Super Ultimate Deluxe Edition and get all of them for like half price. I don't know why I'm going there. We already have everything. Very early access. Wasn't the game supposed to fully release like 2 years ago? What the heck's going on over there? I'm smelling some shenanigans, and it's not just the bean that I just ate. All right, let's launch it. Oh, let's make sure nobody snuck in there. All right, Jeb's all alone. All right, come on. We're loading. We're done loading. Jeb, how's everything looking in there? Looking good? Everything's locked and loaded, ready to go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, launch. And they're off. Flying deep into space. Not that deep. We're just going to low curb in orbit. Short trip, in and out, 5 minutes. Emmykins wanted an even number of points. Okay. Well, now you're gonna, what if you win? Then you're gonna have another odd number of points. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe I should make a point redeem for 1 point, and it's like, I wanted to reduce my points until I had an even number. It doesn't do anything. It just is a point redeem. Oh, we're going a little fast there. Let's slow it down. Slow it down a little bit. Try to tilt over to 45. Following the natural curve of the gravity turn. A subject that I know frighteningly little about. Urban says, long story short, we almost got a money grab sequel, but I guess they realized how bad that would go and got the old guys on the team, and now it's just a possibility. That's nice of them. Yeah, I would like it not to be like a sellout type game. I would like it to actually be like cool and good and a fun game and a good, jeez, a good sequel to a beloved franchise. Like, I understand it's like the video game business is a business, but also you probably are going to get better business if you don't have like a naked cash grab. Like, sure, make your shitty KSP mobile game, but then also make a sequel that people are actually going to enjoy. You can do 2 things. It's okay. Only some people will not forgive you. Ah, jeez. Come on. Come on. All right, whatever. How close can we get here? Ooh, we can get really close. I am liking those odds. let's do it. Relative speed is gonna be very high. That's never a good thing, but you know, we brought a lot of Delta V just for this situation. All right, that's as good as we're gonna get. They got the original devs to work on it. Not all, but lots of them. True, true. Of an odd number of points again, I wanted to participate in the prediction too. Okay, EA is doing well because they're so big. They have their fingers in so many pies, and also they have the FIFA license. Or did that get revoked? I can't remember. I can't keep track of all the shenanigans in the games industry. I typically don't play games from the big publishers these days. I think the last EA game I played was... Ooh. I don't actually know. EA Sports. It's in the game. You guys remember SSX, the snowboarding game? That had a... It was made by EA Big. We should just watch that, because SSX Tricky is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Oh, we should switch to targets. Hello? Let's not do that. Gonna watch our apoapsis. And if it gets too close to... There we go. We're gonna switch. And go hard. And good. Okay. Now all we need to do is point towards the enemy. Like so. And burn. And hope we don't crash into anything, which it looks like we did not. All right. When you're EA size, you can just play the odds. Release enough games, some of them will make money. You guys like SSX? All right, good deal. But SSX 3, so SSX fell victim to the EA curse, right? Like, the first game comes out, people like it. The second game comes out, everybody loves it. Then SSX 3 comes out and everybody's kind of like mixed on it. And then they're just like, let's make a mobile game. Okay, I mean, I liked SSX 3 just fine. It kind of changed up the formula to be more of a Tony Hawk's Underground style game as opposed to a level stage-based racing game. Also, it was a little more realistic. Whereas Tricky was like way over the top crazy. All kinds, like, you know, moonwalking on the board, stuff like that. You love 3? I did like 3. Like, I didn't have a problem with 3, but I just know it didn't do as good as EA probably hoped. Which, honestly, for the big publishers is basically anything. You liked how big... Yeah, it had... So it was a big mountain. It had 3 peaks you could start from, and then they all kind of converged towards the bottom, which was cool, but it also limited the diversity of the stages. Whereas in Tricky, you had like, okay, you got Mount Garibaldi, which is just your standard mountain, but then you had like an indoor ski park in Japan. You had a giant glacier in Hawaii that you could, or is it like an iceberg that got towed into Honolulu Bay? You could, you would snowboard through. Those are the only 3 that I remember off the top of my head. I know they had some other cool ones. I think there was like a city one you could go through. But yeah, it's good game. Do you guys not have phones? Ida says. Yeah, I do have a phone, but I don't want to play Diablo on it, asshole. Like, read the room, man. Seriously, why does everything comes down to my dang phone? Okay, this is the size of a phone, right? Like, this is it. You think I want to play a game on this thing? Only if I have to. I'm not playing a game on it because I want to. I'm playing a game on it because I'm at the office or I'm on the dang bus. And I don't have my big screen with me. So, I don't know. Like, don't make a game and then be like confused when nobody cares that nobody wants it on the phone. All right, let's see what it is. I assume the prediction is over. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Genebo is a pilot. Nice. Oh, that is so satisfying. Let's pay out the belief. 16%. Ooh, guys. Somebody's gonna make some money. 2,000 channel points will be yours. Urban Venture and Hex. Way to go, guys. Remember, gambling is always a good thing. You should always do it. And if you don't, then if you never play, you'll never win. And plus, this is fake gambling, so it's not like you're losing money. You're just losing shards, which can then be used to make me eat a bean, which honestly, if someone asked in chat, like, hey, I'm new here, can you eat one of those beans everybody's talking about? I would probably do it. Just because, you know, you gotta give the people what they want. So Tari says, I loved when Blitz got all the classic private servers shut down, and when someone said, are you planning to make one? And dude on stage says, I know you think you want that, but you don't. See, this is the situation the customer is always right was made for. But it seems like businesses just take everything the complete wrong way and then ruin it. Like, I know you think you want to play classic WoW with all your friends and like relive the nostalgia, but actually what you want is to play this new WoW mobile game with gacha mechanics. Wouldn't that be more fun? You guys like Genshin Impact, right? It's kind of like that. Oh no, it's exactly like that, but it's WoW. Really, yeah. Whoa, what was the, hold on. There's a video that I have for this exact situation. Oh no. I'm never gonna find this video, am I? Wait. I got it. No, that's just a Reddit post. Here, okay, I found it. Hold on. This is just audio, so you guys don't need the video.
Blizzard faithful, hold your hands up.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
Wait, are any of us Blizzard faithful?
I used to be.
Me too. I remember when I started my old job at THQ, the guy I sat down next to, he said, I have faith
That's
in
a throwback.
3 game companies, the 3 Bs. Bethesda, BioWare, and Blizzard. I had to... When was this? Year-wise? 2012 or 11.
What? That's too late!
It's too late! I had to...
It's too late. The 3 Bs. Oh, man. So, yeah. There you go. That's what I think of whenever someone talks about Blizzard or BioWare or Bethesda. And I'm like, ugh, yikes. But there's another B, too, that I can't remember off the top of my head. Blizzard, Bethesda, BioWare. BA? That's not one. Nope, can't remember now. They were really on top. They really were. Everybody's they had hit after hit. People loved StarCraft. People loved Warcraft. People loved Mass Effect. People loved Dragon Age. People loved the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Ubisoft. That has a B in it, I guess. Boobisoft. Guys, have you played the new Boobisoft game? Deus Ex Gacha Edition for your mobile phone? You can play as all your favorite Deus Ex characters. Like, what's JC Denton or the other one? I don't know. I don't remember anybody's names. No, that's just the Steam front page. Oh no. Seriously, what was... There was another video game company. Video game companies in Minnesota. Thanks, Google. That's what I needed. That start with B. Nope. But okay, there's Bethesda. B. Bethesda. Oh, Black Isles defunct. Blizzard. Nope. Oh, Bungie. Bungie was the other one. Bandai. Yeah, those Digimon games suck, Bandai. Make something better. I feel like none of those other companies were as big or as like well regarded. Maybe in Japan, Bandai's a bigger thing. Bungie, people say, yeah, Bungie. Guys, remember Halo? Remember when Halo was good? Yeah, me neither. I'm not that old. I think I've mentioned before that I didn't have an Xbox. I was a PlayStation kid until I switched to PC. So I never got the full Halo experience. So I don't have as much nostalgia for it as other people. But it does make me sad to see people who have really invested their like times into a game franchise or any kind of franchise for that matter to just get shit on for years and years as crappy stuff comes out. Like I have sympathy for like, I don't have sympathy for Star Wars fans. If you think you're gonna get sympathy from me, go look somewhere else. Maybe Star Trek fans I have sympathy for. Halo fans. What else is big? What's something else that got ruined? Halo is my teenage years. Not mine. I played Dak and Jackster. Only the first one. I got 2 and then I realized it was like a Grand Theft Auto type thing and I'm like, what the heck is this? Played Ratchet and Clank. Did a lot of Ratchet and Clanking. What else? What else did I have? How do I not remember the games that I had when I was a kid? What is wrong with me? Where's Emmykins? Emmykins, what games did I have when I was in high school? She would probably know better than I would, because she had to watch me play them. Battlefield 2 and 2142. Those are the PC games that I played a lot of. Oh, Sonic. Yes, Sonic fans. At this point, I don't know how much sympathy I can have for Sonic fans. It's like, it's been so long. It's like you knew what you were signing up for. Dragon Ball Z is bad. Ooh. Or are you suggesting that as something that's good? I never got into Dragon Ball Z. I think I've told the story about anime, me and my relationship with anime. And that is, I liked the girl who liked anime. I tried to sit down and watch anime, realized I couldn't handle whatever was going on and was like, okay, I'm just gonna stick to like other stuff instead. You played a lot of DBZ? Okay. I think I might have played one DBZ game at like a friend's house or something. I think you were watching some bad anime. I watched... Taita is Japanese and I don't like most anime. Well, I guess that's the... there you go. I watched all of the original Full Metal Alchemist and thought it was okay. But I was like, I don't need to see any more of these. And then she broke up with me, so it didn't even matter. Like, who cares? Maybe that's... Oh, Studio... Oh, okay, Studio Ghibli stuff. Yeah. That's different. I don't lump that in with anime, I guess. So maybe it's not so much the anime itself, so much as the memory. Like, I spent all this time, and then in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oof. Should I put the oof sound effect just to spite Tommy Tellerico? Would that be okay to have on the soundboard, or would I get sued? Have I seen Akira? No, I have not. I think I've seen enough about it to kind of get it, but it does look super cool. I don't lump like movies. I guess when I say anime, I mean like seasonal anime, typically based on a manga or light novel that is, I don't know, done in the anime style. It's weird to try to narrow it down like that. It'd be like someone from another country coming to America and being like, I don't like cartoons. It's like, so what? You don't like Adventure Time? You don't like Steven Universe? You don't like Family Guy? I just don't like cartoons. It's like, I don't know. I do remember, so speaking of trying so hard, I know I made that joke. Anime music videos, I think we talked about that a couple streams ago. People used to take clips of anime and Linkin Park or Evanescence or some kind of like emo music, mash them together. This is pre-YouTube, by the way. Then and they would upload them to the internet, which at the time was like a novel concept, and you could watch them and you get 2 copyright strikes for the price of 1. Where did people upload them? I think they would just like host them on a server. Like you would have to go to their webpage, or they'd have a link to it or something. You just click on it on a forum and you could watch it. It was the early internet, like not early, but like the late 90s, early 2000s. It was like the Wild West. It was crazy. People were just doing all kinds of stuff on there. And nothing was centralized. You didn't have YouTube, you didn't have Twitch, you didn't have Google. Well, you had Google, but it wasn't like the Google of today. MySpace, yeah, MySpace was on there. Rilip's going to bed. Have a good weekend, Rilip. It was, I mean, Newgrounds existed. That was a thing. You could upload stuff there. That typically was limited to like Flash animation and video games and stuff, though. This is a little bit different. So yeah, it was a crazy time to like be on the internet at that age that I was. It's like tweens into teens. Of course, then I was in Germany, so that everything was super weird. Someone made an Ed, Edd n Eddy AMV. That, you know what? I'm okay with it. Alta Vista. I don't remember Alta Vista. Maybe I went to Alta Vista pages, but I didn't recognize them. I think in one of my classes in middle school, we had to make a web page. Let's go ahead and pop the drogues here, and we'll hit the brakes. And it was kind of like Squarespace's today, where you just kind of, it gives you a template and then you kind of like move stuff around. It was really easy to make. Now, whether you'd actually get people to visit your page, you know, it's like being a Twitch streamer. Like, how do you get people to visit your stream? I don't know. Advertise on other people's stream, I guess. Don't do that. It was Linkin Park for some reason. It always, yeah, Linkin Park was like the big one. People did Evanescence, and I don't remember any other ones. I'm sure there were other songs though. Before Google came along, you had Yahoo, which, fun fact, Yahoo is actually an acronym. It stands for yet another hierarchical something something. What did Yahoo stand for? I mean, you can obviously Google this because that's what I'm doing. Yet another hierarchical officious oracle. There you go. Whatever that means. Web crawler. Yeah, Angel Fire, GeoCities. Those were the like web hosts, and they all kind of had a standard. I think they had like a standard design. I don't remember. It's been so long. You didn't. Yeah, that's how long. It's like it was when it came out. I don't know if it was ever part of the branding. I think it was just like an internal name that they came up with. But yeah, that was. What even is Yahoo now? Is Yahoo still around? Yahoo, mail, weather, search, politics, news. Think anybody still has Yahoo set as their homepage? What? So what even is Yahoo? Like, who owns it? Because I thought it went bankrupt and they sold out. Also, hold on. Chris Hemsworth announces plans to take a break from acting after health warning. He wants some time to be with his kids and wife. Oh no. He went some genetic testing for a show. He has 2 copies of something Alzheimer's something. Dude, he's 39. I don't think he has to worry about Alzheimer's just yet. Apple owns Yahoo. Pretty sure the name Yahoo then retroactively made an acronym. Sure, maybe. I don't know. Didn't Chris Hemsworth get signed up to replace? No, that was Liam Hemsworth, the other Hemsworth. One of the other Hemsworth brothers. And if what everybody's saying about The Witcher is true, I should probably pop my chute here before I blow up, right? Is this thing gonna open or what? Okay, it did. Whew. That was close. That could have been a lot worse. Whew. Probably need to pay better attention. Could have lost Jebediah there. Instead of talking about Chris Hemsworth again. Guys, did you hear they're making a remake of The Brave Little Toaster and they're gonna star Chris Pratt as the Brave Little Toaster? Come on. All right. So that's that mission done. And it is late. So I think we're gonna wrap it up for the night. However, I just want to thank everybody so much for coming out. I actually was at the beginning of this week, I was considering not streaming anymore after this month because I've been doing it for about a year and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not really making any progress, whatever. And then so many people have been showing up for these KSP streams, it's like reinvigorated me to continue going. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for all the follows and the beans, throwing the beans at me. Please stop. You guys are amazing. Verizon owns Yahoo, apparently. We are going to raid our good friend King Dogspeed. We'll keep the Kerbal train rolling here. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. If I don't see you for Thanksgiving, I will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same as before. But if you're doing like a vacation or whatever, have a great vacation, have a great Thanksgiving, have a great weekend, and I will hopefully see you guys on Monday. Bye.